What up, Swell? How you doing? Yuki's got some vids for us to look into. Look at their ranking all 32 uniforms. Looks like they don't like ours. Screw them. Excuse me. Anyway, we got a DeMarco Murray story. List of teams that won Golden Tate. Who cares? We looked at that one last time. We looked at that one. Tom Grossi's NFC South predictions we can look at. That one's funny, the fat QB one. Every NFL team's horrifically bad draft day of all time. Let's see. Is that H2O? Yes. There's water. I know you can't wait to do this YouTube stuff for a living. Yeah, it'll be fun one day. One day. One day. But for now, we're just hanging out, you know? Just chilling. Having fun. But yeah, it'll be all worth it in the end one day. I hear a noise in the background. Is that your dog? Yeah, she's got a hold of a plastic bottle. She won't be dealing with it too much longer. She usually just likes to take the top off of it. And yeah, she's already walking away from it now. But yeah, she usually just likes to pop the top off and then roll out. Now she's chilling. Good puppy. She's a good dog. I was going to see if we wanted to wait for Yuki, but we'll see. Black Lab. Black Lab. Come here, Ribbers. Come here. Did you hear that noise? Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Up, up. Come here. Yes. Mwah. Mwah. Can you see us? I don't know if you can see us or not. But yes. We got Black Lab puppers. She's 2.5 years old. Look at this. We got a little ID for her. I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, it's literally a Maryland ID. It looks like just like a real one. Good puppers. 2.5. I probably missed like the whole game. The game hasn't even started yet. Don't worry, Madison. You want to be under me or you want to get out? Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, my wife got it again, so it's a legit doggy ID. Alrighty, let's see here. Well, I guess Yuki's not coming, so. What's more interesting to you, Spoiled? The uniforms or the story of DeMarco Murray? Somebody typed in chat that you look like a cat person. I hate cats. I call cats the devil beast. So, yeah, I'm not a cat person. No. I mean, I don't treat animals poorly, so if I see a cat, it's not like I'm mean to cats, but I am not into cats. At all. Alright, we're doing Story of Murray first. What up, Yuki?
Hey, In 2014, Cowboys running back DeMarco Murray was the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year. He led all running backs in yards. In fact, he had just about 5.
So what I remember about DeMarco Murray is he had a heck of a season that last year in Dallas. I guess it says here, I remember he had 1,800 yards. He had 13 touchdowns. I didn't remember that. But I remember he had a heck of a year, and it was a debate whether they should pay DeMarco Murray or if they should pay Dez Bryant. And they chose Dez Bryant and said, hey, a receiver is harder to find than a running back, which I agree with. And sure enough, 2 years later, because I don't think it was the very next season, because this was 2014, I think they drafted Zeke in 2016, I want to say. Zeke, I believe, was 2016. So sure enough, they got a much better running back than DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray was fine, but he was just behind the best offensive line in football. And, you know, I'm not going to say anybody could have done what he did, but a lot of people could have done what he did. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I want a husky when I get my dog. Huskies are good. Huskies are good. And Yuki, you're not late. It's all good. I started late anyway. I only started at like 8:08 or something, so we're good. But, all right, so that's what I remember pretty much out of DeMarco Murray. And then I remember he was on the Titans. Did he go to the Titans very next? Or did he go somewhere else first? Remember he was on the Titans, and that's kind of like where the Derrick Henry situation was kind of weird. Like, Derrick Henry was not sure if he was good yet. Because Derrick Henry wasn't always good. Some people might forget that. Derrick Henry was trash in the beginning of his career. He really stepped up later after that 99-yard touchdown run against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where he only had like a high of 7 fantasy points on the year, and then he blew up that game, and then he hit the map. Now he's a top 5 fantasy pick. But I think he went to the Titans next. Wasn't he on like something weird like the Dolphins or something for a little bit? I don't remember. And the Eagles, I forgot he was on the Eagles. That's right, he was on the Eagles. So, all right, so that's pretty much what I remember about DeMarco Murray. It's kind of an average player, had a great year because he was behind a great offensive line, and fell off the face of the earth, and the Cowboys made the right decision of not paying DeMarco Murray a bunch of money.
100 more yards than the next closest back. It was truly a year for the ages. And here's what's crazy. Despite rushing for over 1,800 yards, earning all-pro status, and leading the Cowboys to a 12-4 record, he never played another snap for them. And after just 3 more seasons, the man retired from the NFL. This is wild. Why did he not re-sign with the Cowboys after a stellar season? And how did things fall apart so quickly? To get a better understanding, we need to go back. But first, I'm excited to announce the return of SeatGeek. For those of you who've watched my videos in the past, you have a lot of bits from Go. I will cover both when needed. Let's look first at Murray's side of things.
He picks it up, he's in trouble. Shakes a tackle though. Here he goes. 15, 20. He's got a hot boy. 40, 50, Murray. He'll score. Oklahoma answers with a key return.
Back in 2011, he had just capped off a pretty legendary college career. He finished up his 4 years at Oklahoma with some big-time school records. His versatile skill set impressed NFL scouts.
Averaged
leading to the
1,500 yards.
Compared to the NFL's version of Oklahoma with some big-time school records.
All-time. Oh no, that's 1,500 all-purpose yards. I was like, good grief. How many rushing yards did it say? No. And receiving yards though, 1,500 for a career. That's not too bad. I thought, but yeah, over
his versatile skill set impressed NFL
$1,500
scouts.
all-purpose, or 1,500
to be compared to the NFL's version
yards
of
all-purpose,
good
pretty
and
good.
bad. That means you're extremely explosive and can do a lot of things. But the negatives are that you're not going to be a workhorse, and the ability to stay healthy is a huge question mark. Despite Murray playing mostly all his college games for 4 years, he was always dinged up. And overall, Murray was seen as a 2nd to 3rd round pick, which is solid. Now let's go.
I guess you're comparing him to Reggie Bush only because Reggie Bush was injury prone, but they are not the same player. Not the same player at all. But I don't know. Yeah, Alvin Kamara did kill me this year. Derrick Henry was 3 years ago-ish. 3 or 4. I don't know. It was a little while ago. But then Alvin Kamara crushed me last year in the championship game. Yeah, he destroyed me.
The Cowboys' perspective. They had just come off their worst season in 6 years. This led to the firing of head coach Wade Phillips and the promotion of their offensive coordinator and interim head coach Jason Garrett to the new head coach following the 2010 season.
The worst year of Cowboys. It's like, nah. They actually had some good records under Jason Garrett. But yeah, Jason Garrett was definitely not good enough in the playoffs.
A very poor defense at the time, Garrett's offensive-minded philosophy imagined upgrading their already stacked offense with even more pieces. In the first round of the 2011 draft, they selected offensive tackle Tyron Smith, and then in the 3rd round, they saw Murray on the board. And despite having running back Felix Jones on their roster, they decided to pick Murray. The local and national media didn't love this Murray pick, and they saw him as a backup. Maybe a guy who would be used in the pass game and get a few carries here and there, but overall, he's probably just an insurance type of player for the starter Felix Jones. And for the first few games of the season, the media's fears seemed to be coming.
Starter Felix Jones. Words that should never have been uttered. Talk about a backup. You're worried about DeMarco Murray being a backup? I mean, he was big. Like, talking about making... I mean, a guy that size can make catches out of the backfield, that's fine. But Felix Jones was a third down back. Like, there was nothing special about Felix Jones.
True. Murray was listed third on the depth chart. Throughout the first 5 games of the 2011 season, the Cowboys' offensive production had mostly come through the air. In their 5th game of that stretch, which ended in a loss to the Patriots, starting running back Felix Jones sustained an ankle sprain, which would knock him out for a few games. This led to the most playing time DeMarco Murray had received thus far, which led to an uneventful 34 yards on 11 carries. For the team's following game, they decided to have Tashard Choice take on the starting role, and Murray became the backup, still staying true to that original depth chart. Tashard had 2 carries early in the game, but then he suffered an ankle sprain, just like Felix Jones. Now, early in the first quarter, Murray was going to be the first string back for the rest of this game. This was a huge opportunity to impress the coaching staff. This could be his chance to prove that he's ready for more snaps. So, how'd it go? This is what happened next.
Not too bad for your second game, huh? Not too bad for your second game. When the Rams defense was trash.
Murray on the pitch.
237 yards.
Truly, this is one of the most shocking performances in recent
253?
NFL history. A rookie
In his
running back,
second
who had
game
the most
ever?
early game, including this one, set the all-time single-game rushing record for the Dallas Cowboys, passing Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. It was also the second greatest rushing performance by a rookie in NFL history. Now, both the Cowboys and DeMarco Murray were the obvious winners from this game, but the biggest loser was the other Cowboys running back, Tashard Choice. After rumors that he was going to be traded prior to the regular season, the Cowboys made the choice to keep him on the team. But following DeMarco Murray's outstanding performance, they cut Choice, just simply due to how well Murray played. Talk about the brutal reality of the NFL. Choice would get signed by Washington right away and actually had a chance for a revenge game against the Cowboys immediately, but it didn't go so well. Anyways, let's get back to DeMarco Murray. Not only did Murray set that single-game rushing
Typical
record originally as a
Washington.
backup, but he would also rush for a total of 466 yards in a 3-game stretch, also breaking another Emmitt Smith record. Murray would go on to finish his rookie season with one of the highest yards per carry in the entire NFL, and was easily the steal of the 2011 NFL Draft. It's safe to say, the media who questioned this pick previously ate their words.
Yeah, I was confused on why they... I don't know if that's true. I wonder if you go back. I bet people weren't as harsh on that pick as they like to say. They may have talked about it being injury-prone, but it's not like he was some third down, like, small back or anything. He was plenty big to be a workhorse. Like, how big was DeMarco Murray? DeMarco Murray size. Yeah, nearly 6 foot, just under 6 foot, 5 foot 11 and a half, 213 pounds. That's plenty big enough. What was his 40? I'd imagine this was... And he ran a 4.41? And people are criticizing this pick? He ran a 4.41 at 213? Okay. That was a third-round pick on a running back that ran a 4.41, and it weighs at basically nearly 6 foot, 213. He's hyping that up. I don't think people really hated on the pick too much. Unless it was talking about injury prone. That doesn't seem right.
Over the course of the next 2 years, Murray continued to cement himself as the Cowboys' top back. 2013 would mark his first 1,000-yard season and his first Pro Bowl nomination. At this point, the Cowboys' offense had turned into a top 5 unit in the NFL, and everything seemed to be...
I hate Cowboys fans so much. Look at them running in the stadium. Make Boston fans look way better. Father Saints started the boom and zoom running back set. Yeah.
looking out for both the organization and DeMarco Murray.
Did you? I mean, Giants had the earth, wind, and fire before the Saints did, right? Like, so there was that Brandon Jacobs, Ahmad Bradshaw, and oh my god, I'm going to forget the third one. Who was fire? Because I think Ahmad Bradshaw was wind, Brandon Jacobs was fire. Oh, that's going to bug me. I should know this. Derek Ward. I think it's Derek Ward. Giants. Derek Ward, I think. Ahmad Bradshaw, Brandon Jacobs, Derek Ward. There we go. Ahmad Bradshaw. Oh, Ahmad Bradshaw was fire, and Derek Ward was wind. Okay. But, I mean, they kind of started a little bit of a big boy combined with a little guy. So you said the boom and zoom. I mean, I would say that you guys mastered it with Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. I mean, that was pretty nasty stuff, but I don't know if necessarily say you started it.
However, there was still one concern. Throughout the first 3 years of his career, injuries had been a problem during each of those seasons. His rookie year ended with a fractured ankle. Then he missed 6 straight games in 2012 because of a sprained foot, and then throw in 2 games in 2013 for a sprained MCL. Despite playing at a high level, the concern over Murray's longevity was still very real. He had become the workhorse back that people didn't think he could be, but he had also yet to play a full season. So entering 2014, which was the final year on his rookie contract, Murray's main goal was to stay healthy. Obviously, being able to continue to play would benefit both parties, but instead of playing it safe, someone on the Cowboys, whether it was the coaches or Jerry Jones, decided, let's see how long this dude can hold up.
17 on a couple of other occasions. 21 yards for Tony. And there goes Murray inside the 10, juking and beating and scoring. Second down, back to Murray. Cuts it to the inside. And Murray to the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Started 5 games last year. Now takes over and gives it to DeMarco Murray. And settles in a game. Murray inside the 30. Accelerates to the 20. Murray in the 10. 1 second. Very well.
See, like, if this is Adrian Peterson, if this is even Alvin Kamara, if this is, you know, a plethora of other good running backs, LaDainian Tomlinson, who else is there in the last few years? Even a Zeke Elliott, a Saquon Barkley, a Christian McCaffrey. Like, if that's them, this right here, this play is a touchdown. Like, he's not getting, Alvin Kamara's not getting caught here. Even though DeMarco Murray ran a 4.41, I'm surprised he didn't score here. I mean, this is money. This should be a score. But he lets Prashad Breeland catch it. I mean, you got to respect the vision. You know, offensive line can only do so much for you, and if you're not seeing it, then you're not seeing it. But the truth is, the offensive line was just nasty for him. Jeez, who's that one? Is that Blackman? No, Blackman didn't have hair. Man, who was this back in the day? I don't even remember who this was. There's Kerrigan. Breeland. I think Blackman wore 41, but this guy must have been before.
A 32-yard line. Congratulations to DeMarco Murray.
This was the season of a lifetime, setting records and achieving the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year. So let's go back to the original question. Why did DeMarco Murray never play for the Cowboys again? Let me give you a quick history lesson about running backs. If there was one position that fits the NFL's infamous phrase, not for long, it's running backs, especially for backs who take on huge workloads.
And they had to
Terrell
pay
Davis was
Des
the best back in
Bryant.
the league from 1996 to 1998. Then injuries quickly derailed his career. Jamal Anderson led the league in carries in 1998. Then he barely managed to play 3 more years. Then Larry Johnson set the all-time record for carries in 2006, only to never run for 1,000 yards again. When we look at DeMarco Murray, he carried the ball a staggering 436 times in 2014. On top of that, he broke his hand in week 15, got surgery the following day, and still kept on playing like nothing changed. From his perspective, in a contract year, he did everything in his power to prove himself. But gutsy performances and big-time accolades mean pretty much nothing when it comes to the actual business of football. Let's go look at the Cowboys' perspective. They had just managed to get a Player of the Year type of guy for next to nothing financially, which was a big win for the organization. But when thinking about re-signing him to another contract, they had a handful of reasons to not think too seriously about it. A, what history says about running backs like Murray who take on huge workloads wasn't in his favor. B, Murray had been hurt every single year, even though he played through it in 2014. C, running backs in the modern NFL are more replaceable than ever. Modern analytics show that signing big running back contracts and drafting them high in the draft isn't a good idea. D, many argue that the Dallas offensive line made DeMarco Murray, which was true to an extent. They were the best in the NFL at the time, and some were still on rookie contracts that they would have to eventually pay. And lastly, E, this really boiled down to re-signing either Des Bryant or DeMarco Murray. Both were all pros in 2014. They had enough money to be serious about one of these dudes. And really, the question was receiver or running back. History shows that receiver is the better move, and it's exactly the route the Cowboys chose. Murray would field offers during free agency asking for 8 to 10 million. Dallas, sitting at an offer of 6 million, didn't make the cut. And Murray ended up choosing the team that perhaps he shouldn't have, the Philadelphia Eagles.
What do I think about DeMarco Murray? Still not going to Philly. Here we go. Back up, bro.
Although this was heartbreaking for Dallas fans, this seemed like the best move financially at the time for him. But in hindsight, it was the worst move that Murray could have made. Right before signing with the Eagles, fellow running back Frank Gore had planned on going there, but for some reason, he backed out last minute. This was peculiar and not a great sign, but for Murray, this is how things would play out. 2015, the Eagles offense was a train wreck. They couldn't figure out how to use Murray, he had a horrible season statistically, complained that their offense sucked, Chip Kelly was fired, and they traded Murray after the season to the Titans. 2016, the Titans figured out how to use Murray and he bounced back, but with a certain rookie running back looming, it was only a matter of time before Murray was on his way out. 2017, Murray falls off rapidly, showing signs of noticeable aging, and the reality of the NFL running back who takes on a huge workload comes to light. This was the season that the torch was officially passed to Derrick Henry. Subsequently, Murray was released from the team.
Yeah, a little news. I've decided to retire from the game of football. That's not all, man.
It turned out that the Cowboys were right to not
I gotta look at this something real quick. See, people forget. All right, Derrick Henry wasn't good. It was okay. I mean, 4.2, 4.5, 4.9. Those aren't bad, but it's not like a 4.9 is actually really good. I'll respect that. But that probably, yeah, the 99-yard run was 2018, wasn't it? No, it was 2017. Okay. So, yeah, he was like nothing in 2017, and then he exploded after that. But he had a good season in 2018, and then obviously we know 2019, 2020, he's worth a first-round pick. Phoenix clinch it tonight, I believe you're right. He's a Le'Veon Bell runner? No. Le'Veon Bell is a special beast, okay? He's a little bit of a head case, and, he's a little weird, but nobody ever did what Le'Veon Bell would do. And it's just because he broke all the rules. He would literally stop in the backfield. Stop! Just kind of putter and stuff like that. It's almost like Barry Sanders-esque. But I don't even think Barry Sanders did that. That's how weird it was. Because, he would stop in the backfield and then just let the blocks develop a little bit longer, and then he had this explosion through the hole that very few people had. And Le'Veon Bell, the reason he was so good, he was a very, very different beast. But, nonetheless, DeMarco Murray wasn't a bad running back by any means, but he's in a bad position. Running backs are a dime a dozen. There's so many of them. It's such a popular position growing up. A lot of people want to be running backs, and it's not the most difficult, to be honest. I mean, pass blocking is difficult, so if you don't know how to pass block, that sucks. But just to be a running back, it's not like it's probably one of the easier positions on the field, if we're being honest, right? As far as simplicity, you just got to have some good speed, good ability to stay on your feet, and these things are hard. I'm not trying to say they're not hard, but at the same time, when it comes to the NFL, they're not hard, right? Compared to the other positions, they're not hard at all, and it's such a popular position where so many kids want to play it that now there's more competition, which then brings more out of players, and it's easier to get good at running back than other positions. So that's why. Le'Veon Bell ruined his career being money hungry, getting no rings. That's true. That's why it's good to receiving threat. That's why Kamara is worth paying. Meh. Kamara's a beast, though. I love Kamara, but I think you guys overpaid him personally. But anyway, okay. Interesting vid there. Little history lesson. All right, let's see these uniforms. What time we got? 8:30. Plenty of time.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the
what's
channel.
going on?
Today I'm going to be ranking all 32.
We got a little small channel. 68 subs. We'll hit the sub button. Why not? So we got a little small channel here that's going to hate on the skins. He's a Steelers fan. He's a pro, but then he has, what is that? Is that a Dallas jersey? And a Steelers jersey? Does this guy know who he is? Or what he wants? Does he have a Dallas jersey? Or is that like a college jersey maybe? I don't see a star, but I see the blue and white. Interesting. But then he's a Steelers fan. You can't be a Steelers fan and a Cowboys fan. That's a little confusing. I may unsubscribe if this is going to end up being the case. But let's see here. Bell just can't stay healthy. True. Check him out receiving stats. I don't care about his receiving stats. I know he's a beast.
NFL teams uniforms from worst to first. All right, so let's get right into it. If I do your favorite team well on the spectrum, don't take offense, man. Not my fault. The uniforms suck. But anyway, let's get right into the video. All right, so coming in at number 32.
That is okay. Hold on. All right, now I'm just. This guy is a mess. This guy, you're a mess. Okay, you're wearing Steelers. You have a Cam Newton jersey and a Cowboys jersey, a Jalen Smith jersey. All right, I don't mind the flags. It's fine. And then you're advertising you're a Trump supporter. Bold. Whatever. I don't care. It is what it is. But very interesting situation here. Okay, but you shouldn't be collecting Cowboys jerseys as a Steelers fan. Or are you a Cowboys fan and you're wearing a Steelers shirt? I'm really confused. Yeah, exactly. This dude is confused. I am slightly lost in this guy's whole situation here. And then what is this? Is that Steelers? Might be a Steelers banner. But anyway, so okay, he moved to the right side, so I guess he's just gonna pop him up here on the screen. So he's not gonna change screens.
The Washington football team.
Yep.
This may not be a surprise.
32? He ranked us at number 32? These are clean unis. What's wrong with our unis? The helmet's nice and fresh. I don't understand. It's got a nice Washington. I don't mind. These jerseys aren't bad. Seriously. I mean, I don't rank them number one. I'm not trying to be like a biased Skins fan that just says, oh, they're the best jerseys ever. But, I mean, we got to see. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm not a big fan of, like, the Seahawks jerseys. Who's the one I'm not a fan of? I would probably rank us higher than, like, I mean, I guess people just like blue. So, like, Titans jerseys. I mean, Jacksonville has ugly jerseys. I would rank them pretty dang low. Rams jerseys aren't really cute. You know? Like, I don't know. Whatever. We'll
considering that they don't have a team name right now and they just recycled their old uniforms, which I wasn't really a fan of to begin with. But because they
if this guy picks the Steelers unis, okay, that would be bad. That would be
don't have
bad.
a name, it's very boring. It's very basic. I'm not a huge fan of the burgundy and yellow color scheme. I just don't think it looks good. Even
well, because you're saying it wrong. It's burgundy and gold, you jack butt.
without having a name, I still think they could have done something a little bit better. They still could have just changed up the style instead of recycling the old Redskins uniforms. So that's my opinion. Coming in at number 32, Washington football team. All right, at number 31, the Cleveland Browns. Now, a lot of people may disagree with this, but here's the thing.
Yeah, you chose us below the Cleveland Browns. Look at these ugly brown nastiness crap. And then the orange. Brown and orange don't really go together. Come on, let's be honest. And, like, we're definitely better than the Browns. All right, this is ridiculous.
I just don't think orange and brown go well together. Not too
exactly,
in my opinion. Now, yes, I am a Steelers fan, so obviously I hate the Browns, but this has nothing to do with it. Their uniforms are just ugly to me. Brown. I mean, who wants brown in their uniforms? I just think it looks terrible. I mean, now I think when they wear the white jerseys and the orange pants, it doesn't look too bad. But still, man, I just can't get past the color scheme of brown and orange. And I can't get past brown as a primary color. So 31, Cleveland Browns. All right, coming in at number 30, the Houston Texans. Yes, the Houston Texans. Now, red, white, and blue.
I don't know about this. Jacksonville should be lower here, guys. Seriously.
Was probably my favorite color scheme. I do like red, white, and blue. I just think the Texans are so basic and boring with the uniform design. Obviously, they haven't been in the league for that long. They came in the league in 2007, so they don't really have.
You like the Seahawks uniforms? I don't know
anything, and they haven't changed uniforms in over 10 years. So I don't know, man. I just think that they could do a lot better, and because of that, I'm ranking them on the spectrum. Number 30, Houston Texans. All right, at number 29, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is probably.
I mean, I don't. It's not like I'm in love with the Kansas City Chiefs jerseys. I'm okay with them being low, but where is the Jacksonville jerseys?
The only time the Kansas City Chiefs will ever be ranked low on a list like this. But their uniforms are so basic, man. They don't even have an alternate. They don't have a color rush. They don't have anything they can mix up. What do they do? Wear white pants with white jersey, red pants with red jersey. To me, there's just not much going on. It's super basic. They've had the same uniforms forever, and I think they need a change. Just not a fan. So coming in at number 29,
classic looks aren't bad.
All right, coming in at number 28, the Green Bay Packers. Yes, now. Listen, the Green Bay Packers, they've had the same uniforms forever.
I
could
be fine with this spot.
The throwbacks are atrocious, and I just think it's very basic. It's worn out. It's played out. Same thing. And
this jersey is really whoa, Jesus.
Because of that, 20 Kansas City Chiefs. All right, coming in at number 28, the Green Bay Packers. Yes, now
this jersey's bad. This I don't like that you could see through it. Those look like the knockoff jerseys you get from China or something. The ones that you could see right through. Those are pretty brutal. Hey, they worse than Green Bay.
And I think they could do better. I think it's time for a change. So with that, at 28, we've got the Green Bay Packers. All right, coming in at number 27, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the only time I think the Jaguars uniforms actually look kind of decent is when they were the teal jerseys, and even then, it's still, it can still use some work. Even their old jerseys with the half gold, half black helmets weren't even that good. I honestly have never been a fan of the color scheme, so because of that, 27, Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, coming in at number 26, the New York Giants. Now, the Giants are another team that have had these uniforms for quite a while.
The Giants jerseys are fine.
They're super basic.
I mean, you start getting, as you get higher, it's kind of like hard.
Stuff going on, but at the same time, I'm not a fan of super basic uniforms. I kind of like a little bit of middle ground in between. I just blue and white. They did change up a little bit. All they did was change the font on the numbering, on the number and lettering. Did I say number? On the number and the lettering, but I don't know, man. They've had the same uniforms for a super long time, and I think when they changed up the uniforms last season, instead of just changing the font, I think they could have done a new design and would look a little bit cooler because I think they have a cool logo. I think the foundation's there. Remember, I'm a graphic designer, so I'm
I can agree. I can agree with the Colts being pretty low. They're pretty basic.
Now, the only thing cool about the Eagles uniforms to me are the helmets. I think they have really slick, really clean helmets. But the rest of the uniform, I don't know, man. It just kind of throws it off. They've had the same uniforms for quite a while now.
All the whites are so. The black. Any team that wears all black is solid.
It's just kind of a logo on the side and numbers. So I mean, there's not really much else to it. I think they could use a change. Coming in at number 24, the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, heading back to New York now for coming in at number 23, the New York Jets. Now, I know these uniforms are new, but
the Jets have got to be lower on this list. You got to put the Giants ahead of the Jets. I mean, the Jets jerseys are just it ain't easy being green. I mean, come on, these are pretty bad. What is this white weird thing here? It doesn't even connect. It's just ugh. It doesn't even look like wings. If you're trying to be like the Jet wings, it doesn't even look like the. I don't know. That's weird. The Jets have got to be lower than the Jets are lower than us. Come on, let's be real.
I like their old ones a lot better. These ones, they don't really look that great. They kind of look like high school uniforms, you know what I mean? They're just not very clean. They're just kind of, it's like a generic uniform template that you wear. So coming in at number 23, New York Jets. All right, coming in at number 22, the Carolina Panthers. They've had the same uniforms for a really long time, and I do love silver helmets. I think that they look really good. I don't know, man.
The Carolina Panthers jerseys are okay.
They're not that great.
They're not.
It's pretty basic in a way. I mean, all they got is really just that strip on the sleeve. Other than that, they did change their logo up just a tad bit, and I don't think their logo's the problem. I don't know. I just think they could do a little bit different. Their blue jerseys are kind of sweet, but I don't know. I think they could just do a little bit more to it. So
I'm not really a fan of the black and the blue
combo.
combo. I'm not gonna lie.
Like
that blue.
So I kind of rank them 20. I almost thought I'd put them a little higher, but because they have had the same uniforms for a super long time, forever pretty much, and because they are.
So he wants new. Okay, look, man, new does not always equal better. Okay, like we gotta rate the jersey of how they rate the jersey. Okay, if they came up with the best jersey in 1955. Then they came up with the best jersey in 1955. Okay, we're not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, you gotta change it up because your jerseys are old now. You gotta make it fresh. It's like, no, don't fix what ain't broke. Right? We got nice jerseys. We'll add a couple of alternates here. We'll do a little bit of maybe a little tweaking here or there, but our jerseys are good. They're classic. Our old fans that have been wearing our jerseys forever can still match what we're doing today, and we maybe modernize a little bit the font or something like that. If something comes a little bit more trendy, we can add something in there a little bit, but little tweaks. But we made the best jerseys in 1955, so we're going to keep the best jerseys in 1955. You know, like just because it's new, it does not mean it's better. I think this guy is a little harping too much on new equals better.
Uniforms were better. The ones that they had in like the 2016, 2015 range. I think those ones were a little bit better. A lot of Detroit fans were happy to see the black go, whereas the other half of Detroit fans wanted actually just black jerseys. So I think taking black completely out of the uniform wasn't the best thing to do. A lot of fans, like I said, here living in Detroit, a lot of fans wanted to see the black go, but also the other half of the fans wanted to just go full on black. So I don't know, man. I kind of like the new design. It's alright. It does look clean. It's nice. It looks, a little bit more serious. But I kind of like the old ones better. So we're gonna put them right here, number 19, Detroit Lions. All right, coming in at number 18, we have the Buffalo Bills.
Now he likes the old one better. So every single critique of like 32 through 20 is you've had these for years. But now we get to these guys, and now it's like, oh, well, the old ones are better.
Uniforms are not really new. They're fairly new, but the red jerseys are kind of cool. I like the red uniforms. I wish they would have kept the red helmets. I think the red helmets look really cool. I'm not a huge fan of the white helmets, and I don't know, man. There's just something about the Bills uniform when I see it. I'm just like, it could be better. I know I say that for a lot of these uniforms, but again, that's just me being a graphic designer. Everything I see, in my opinion, that I didn't make could be better. That's just the mentality of a graphic designer. An artist, you're always looking for something better, and when I look at those uniforms, that's what I see. I see the potential in the color scheme, the logo, and I just think it could be a little bit better. So coming in at number 18, Buffalo Bills. Coming in at number 17, the Seattle Seahawks. Now, honestly, I like the old 80s Seahawks uniforms. I think those.
Okay, now he likes the old ones. Okay, so he's completely switched it up on me, okay? Every single jersey had a problem because it was old and never, needs to be updated. Now every single jersey, he says, is now the old ones are better. Okay, if the old ones are better, then why didn't they keep the old ones? Okay, but no, the reason they didn't keep the old ones is because they have weird graphic designers like you that say, hey, we got to change it up just because we have to change it up, and then we're going to change it up and nobody likes our change up, and that way all of a sudden, oh, wait, we should go to the old uniforms. Come on, bro. Come on. But it's the new generation. A lot want to see guys look clean out there. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people just want something new to just say something new. Never mind, I have something to do whenever I get back to school. Baseball team and softball team, I have to do a meeting with both of them same day, about 2 hours. Jeez Louise, good luck. The Bills uniforms look solid in my opinion. They're not bad. I don't understand this, but yeah, I mean, he's kind of I'm getting mixed vibes here. I'm kind of confused.
Those are cool. In fact, Russell Wilson actually teased bringing those back as an alternate, and I think that would be so cool if they did that. In fact, if they made those the primary, that would be awesome. But I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit too much going on. I know I talked about some of these uniforms being basic, but I also said I didn't like when there's too crazy. Like the old Jaguars uniforms were too much going on. And that same thing with the.
What's wrong with the two? See, you guys like these, right? The green color rush. I mean, meh. I mean, this does not excite me. I'm not. This does nothing for me, really, to be honest. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I think that it's too drastic of a color change from the helmet to this green. I don't know. They also have these weird little white wing things. I don't understand what this is and why teams like that. It's kind of weird. The numbers I'm not a fan of. I don't like their numbers. Also, they try to choose a unique font, but I'm not a fan of that font.
Seahawks. I think there's just too much going on, and I think that they could dial it down a little bit. I think a change would be nice. So yeah, man, that's where we're going to put the Seahawks coming in at number 17. Staying in the same division at number 16, we're going to put the San Francisco 49ers. I like the San Francisco 49ers gold. I like the gold helmets. I think it's really nice. But again, man, they're just super basic. And while basic isn't always a bad thing, that's why I'm putting them here, man. I think that they're a good amount of basic.
So this guy's a new channel for a reason, okay? And it's okay. You're just getting started, and it is what it is. But basically, every single critique is the same. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm just listening to the same critique over and over again. But is that just me, or do you guys hear this as well? I don't understand. Like, they're basic, but they're not too basic. But I like a little bit more basic, but not, it's just like right in the middle. And then the color scheme's good. And then, or the color scheme's bad. But, the color scheme, but, there's a little bit too much going on.
Basic to where they look good, but they're not good enough to be put in the top 10. You know what I mean? It's just basic enough to be average. So that's why I put the 49ers at number 15. Or was it 16? I don't know. I'm track. All right, coming in at number 15, we have the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, I think it's so cool because
I'm just not a fan of
Steelers
purple.
growing up watching
I have a
Ravens.
bias against purple. I'm not gonna lie, but the Ravens fans are fine. I shouldn't say this because I'm a Marylander, and Marylanders love their flag. But I don't. This logo kind of does too much for me. But it's okay. The black helmets. I like the. I actually do like. I don't mind this font. I think the font's pretty good. The numbers. I'm just not a big fan of purple. Even though I went to a school that was purple. Our jerseys in college look just like the Ravens jerseys, which is funny. But I like when they go all black. And then the purple does go well with the black, though. The double stripe. I don't mind the Raven as far as the logo. I'm okay with the placement where he has the Ravens. The Ravens are okay.
And, Ray Lewis embodying his uniform kind of makes it the cool uniform that it is. I think the Ravens, it wouldn't hurt for them to do a little bit of a change, but at the same time, I think it fits the attitude of the team. And I think it looks really well. To be honest with you, I think the only thing that the Ravens should do is just be like a little bit of tweaking. Maybe a different design in the sleeves, maybe a different font. Other than that, I think the overall design is kind of nice. It's clean. Their helmets look really good. I like the shiny black with no stripe and just the Raven on it. I think it looks not too bad at all. And
no stripe? Did he just say no stripe? There's 2 stripes. Did he just say no stripe?
Different font. Other than that, I think the overall design is kind of nice. It's clean. Their helmets look really good. I like the shiny black with no stripe and just the Raven on it. I think it looks not too bad at all, and it looks really good on Lamar Jackson. So we're going to leave the Ravens here at number 15. All right, coming in at number 14, staying with the AFC North, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. Their helmets are the best part of the uniforms. I don't think their jerseys are that great. I like
The Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals. So it's like, do you like tigers or do you not like tigers? So do you like the stripes or not? Using orange, I think they did the best they could using orange. Again, just like the purple color, I have a bias against orange. I'm not really a big fan of orange. But the font's pretty good on the numbers. I like the sleeves here. The sleeves are pretty good. And I like that they're the same colors. Like some of them try to do like different colors on the sleeves. I like that they're even. I like that it's symmetrical. I'm okay with this. I think the Cincinnati Bengals being ranked this high is okay. Bengals are going to be fun to watch. True. They got new ones coming. That's the old uniforms. I like when they made the all purple color rush and the purple pants to mix. Fair enough. The Ravens have one of the coolest jerseys in the NFL. As I said, I just have a bias against purple, but I agree that I do like them. And the fact that I don't like purple and I still like their jerseys, they have to be ranked pretty high. I agree. It's a clean. If it was a tiger themed, then it is bad. It's clean. If it was a tiger themed, then it is bad. It's clearly a tiger theme. Bengal is a tiger. I don't know.
Jerseys, I think those are really cool. Like I said again, their helmets are the best part of the uniform. I think they could use a little bit of a change. They've done the whole different color sleeve type thing for a while. The orange jerseys aren't too bad, but I think a little bit of a tweak would be nice. A different design in the sleeves. Keep the helmets for sure though. But other than that, I think the Bengals uniforms are not too bad. So we're gonna leave them right there at number 14. All right, coming in at number 13, the Arizona Cardinals. Now, a while ago,
No. Arizona Cardinals have got to be lower than this. They just the all white helmet with the simple cardinal. It looks old. It does not. It looks like 1955 to me. This right here is just not a clean jersey at all. No. Just no. This is bad. Especially this one that he picked. This white on red, or red on white, I guess you would say. No. The Cardinals got to be lower. Got to be lower.
I'd say for the last couple of years, I used to think the Cardinals uniforms sucked, but they've grown.
Oh, it wasn't
tiger
thing. That makes sense.
Players on the team now embody the uniform and make it look nice, but it's not too bad. I think they have one of the nicer helmets in the league, especially the color.
This one's a little bit little better. Probably because it matches the helmet. This uniform is better than the first one he chose. The white, the sleeves, kind of just looks like the shoulder pads on and they made it nice and big. I like this kind of sleeve where it like kind of takes over the whole shoulder like a shoulder pad, rather than like the little bit at the end, just like this part here. I like this look better, and then the white with the red going down. I also like the stripe going down the side, like the different color going down the side, and it kind of makes the players look more slim, and it just kind of fits nice on players. So I like this. This jersey's better than the first one. So if you put this here, then I would lean more to I agree where he placed the Cardinals uniform. But the first one was just not good. But this kind of design is probably one of my favorite designs when it takes over here, because the Maryland Terps have really good jerseys that are similar, and I love the Maryland Terp jerseys. These things are nice. Yeah, these things right here. But I like the black ones better. Yeah, the black ones here. And this is the Maryland flag. Let me come here. Because they're, the CEO of Under Armour went to Maryland, so we get some nice Under Armour jerseys. But I like that like it takes over basically the whole shoulder pad rather than just a little bit of it. We have so many different uniforms. See, like I'm not as big a fan as this, where it's only like a little bit of the shoulder pad. But yeah, the black ones with like the all coverage. I'm not a fan of this yellow one though. The yellow ones could go. But the red ones and the black ones are pretty good. The black ones especially. This is like a soccer jersey. There it is. Excuse me. How clean does that look? And the helmet matches, so it kind of comes off like it's a flag laying over them. The numbers are just incredible. I love that red inside. The red, white, and gold, black all come together really nicely. These jerseys are clean. So I like this kind of look. So this kind of look is better for the Cardinals jersey than the first one. The first one was not it.
Those helmets are one of the best in the NFL. That's helmet,
the helmets? No shot. All it is you talking about. I don't like basic. I don't like basic. All it is literally the Cardinal with an all-white helmet, and these helmets are the best in the NFL. No shot. No shot.
I kind of like the white how they go with the red sleeves and the rest of the jersey white, and sometimes they go with the red pants. But I think a little bit of a sleeve design change wouldn't be too bad. Other than that,
no, the sleeves are the best part. Oh my jeez Louise. Come on, Jake.
I love the helmets, and I think they're a pretty solid jersey. So 13, there's the Cardinals. Number 12, Minnesota Vikings. Now, this wouldn't have been the case with their old uniforms. The newer uniforms in the last couple of years that they had. I love the matte purple helmets. I think they actually look really good. Some people don't like purple in the NFL, blah, blah, blah. In fact, my dad hates the Vikings uniforms, but I actually think they look really clean, really nice. When I use the Vikings, if I ever have to play with them in Madden, I kind of get a little excited just because their uniforms are nice. I like.
Hey. No, Vikings are lower on this list. Come on, bro.
The helmets look really nice because it's not too much purple, and the white kind of makes the purple pop. And like I said, the matte helmets just look really nice, really clean. Other than that, maybe a different sleeve design. Other than that, pretty good. Number 12, Minnesota Vikings. Coming in at number 11, we have the New England Patriots. Now, I put the New England Patriots at number 11 because the newer uniform design I think are better than their old uniforms. As you can kind of see right here, the Cam Newton jersey that I have. I like this design. I like how they brought it out for the color rush. I think it looked really nice. It was a nice change.
This is a good design. I have to agree with him on this one. Kind of cut it off here with the red and white. Get the logo on the side. This blue is just a really nice navy blue. Very American blue, to be honest. It's very nice. I have to agree. These jerseys are pretty good. I may rank these even higher. I like particularly with the red shoes to cap it off. The silver helmets are pretty nice. I have to agree. I think the Patriots are pretty good. I have to agree. I think this is pretty solid stuff right here. And he said he liked the newer ones. I'm on board with him here. This is a really nice color rush. Simple but clean, really nice colors. The colors mesh well. Also, right? Like they don't clash at all. They just go right on together. And they accent everything. The accent colors is what they call them. And they accent really, really well. It's really not that much red when you look at it. It's really just 1, 2, 3, and 4 little areas. And that's it. You know, those cleats are not a part of the uniform. But it's really not that much red at all. It's just good, solid accent colors with a lot of navy blue, which is just a nice blue. And the white, same thing. There's only literally 4 lines of white on the whole thing. It's good.
It's like back to that point where it's a little basic, but not too basic.
I guess unless you don't count the Nike.
I think it looks really nice, and like I said, I love silver helmets, and I think it just looks really good. The helmets with the red face mask, they go with the blue pants, and the white pants with the white jersey. I think this was a nice change. It looks really good. So we're gonna keep New England at number 10. All right, at number 10 we have the Dallas Cowboys. Now the Cowboys have had the same uniforms for their whole existence, but it works. I like it. There's something about it.
Now, because he's a Cowboys fan, right, or whatever, we're gonna talk about how nice it is to have a nostalgic uniform. All right. You know, Green Bay, terrible nostalgic uniform, right? Who else did he say was bad nostalgic uniform? I don't even remember it, to be honest. I'm going to blank on it. But it was basically all the way from like 30 to 20. Everybody needed a new uniform because it was too old. But this right here, the classic super old unis. And also, again, why does he pick such a bad uni to start? This silver on white weird thing where they don't really know what color they want to be right now is terrible. Not to say that the Cowboys jerseys are going to look bad. it's just an easy color scheme to go with. But this one in particular ain't it, bro. But you could go with like the all whites or the blue ones.
Match their helmets. They always wear the white jerseys, but there's just something about it. It's something about the Dallas Cowboys uniforms that you just can't hate. They've had them forever, but
see, like this one is pretty clean. I do like this one. I think the numbers being huge block numbers, I like them actually. They didn't do like the whole sleeve thing that I like, but it's hard color scheme. Like a blue and silver is really hard to mess up if we're being honest, right? It's kind of like pizza. It's hard to mess up pizza. So, Tim, like, why did I subscribe? I'll subscribe. I don't care. I'm actually number 69, giggity. But anyway, I'm a Skins fan, obviously, so I could easily just hate on this. But it's just but as I was saying, it's kind of like a cheese pizza. It's hard to mess up a cheese pizza. You just got to get the dough, you got to get the sauce, and you got to get the cheese. And as long as you have those three ingredients, it's hard to mess it up. And it's funny because I think that they did mess it up here. This is bad. This is just a bad uniform. But this right here is actually pretty clean. The little bordering of the letters here, I think I also have a bias against, for the borders. If there's like some little border around your numbers on the jersey, I think that's a cleaner look. I like that look. But, and the star is a clean look on the helmet. I know I'm supposed to hate on it, but it is.
But it just works. It looks really good. I have a Cowboys jersey right there. Actually got a few of them. I just love how they can do the navy blue jerseys with the silver, and it looks great. And then you can go back to the royal blue and whatever.
It's funny. Where are the Steelers at? I bet Steelers are going to be like number 1.
They look great. Number 10, Dallas Cowboys. Coming in at number 9. Man, we're already to number 9. Number 9, Tennessee Titans. These new uniforms look great. I love the blue helmets. I think they're nice and clean.
I don't think so.
They do a little bit of versatility with the, the teal, the baby blue jerseys.
I think these helmets are horrible. It almost looks black instead of a blue. This is the whole shoulder pad done wrong. It's too skinny. I would like it here. Even if it was like right here, I think that would be better. But they're trying to make it look like a shield, I guess, right? But even there, I think you can make it look like a nice big shield. Like the Titan shield. The numbers are horrible. I don't like those numbers. Too thin and, I don't know. They look like lightning bolts. It's kind of weird. I don't know why Titans need lightning bolts, I guess. But whatever. The logo for the Titans, though, isn't too bad. But again, every jersey he puts on here is just not good.
I think it just looks really good.
In the year 2000, Tim will be a Cowboys fan? No
shot.
shot.
Number 8, the new Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniforms. I like these old ones. I think they look great. They're all brown uniforms. They're not really brown. They're like a dark gray. I think they look really cool. But also their white jerseys just look great with that dark gray helmet.
Man.
I think it pops really. All brown uniforms. They're 9.
I think these
uniforms forever. They look great. Number 10, Dallas Cowboys. Coming in at number 9. Man, we're already to number 9. Number 4, I hope they never change.
Am I going backwards? Oop. I thought I was going forward.
Really nice. I like it. This is the whole vibe of the
Oh, you like the Raiders, huh?
It looks
Simple.
really cool. Their gear, their apparel looks really nice. Those nice, really clean. They're super clean, super. All right, guys, we made it. Top 5 gold.
I'm curious where he ranks the Steelers. Is the Steelers really number 1?
That have never changed.
No.
Make it work. It's a perfect Steelers uniform. They can never change these jerseys by every Steelers being at number 3. They would be number 4. Different uniforms. They could do the navy blue.
You like the Chargers?
I love the jerseys that fade from red to
and the
black.
Falcons, huh?
Amazing.
Is that his number 1, Falcons?
Number
Oh, the Rams? No shot. The Rams jerseys are not number 1. I like these jerseys. Atlanta's definitely better. I don't mind the Chargers jerseys. Jerseys are good. I think he ranks the Steelers too high just because he's a fan. And the Dolphins jerseys definitely need to be way lower on the list, no doubt. I like the Saints. The Broncos are kind of like grow on you. I like the Broncos. The Broncos are pretty cool, actually. I'm a fan of the Broncos. I'm okay with the Raiders. But no shot did he rank the Rams number 1. This is ridiculous. Tim, did you notice he had a Broncos hat and a Raiders hat? Yeah, I know, right? It's just weird. Why he just... some people are like that, though. They just like all sorts of things, and good for them. I am not a fan of it, personally, but I don't own a lot of other teams' gear, if I think about it. I don't think I own any other team gear that's an NFL team. I just don't think I do. I'm pretty sure all my gear is Skins. Now, I own other, like, baseball teams. I own other NBA teams because I'm a fan of the DC sports, but I'm not, like, sold on the DC sports. Or I am sold on the DC, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not as diehard on those guys as I am the Skins. But I just don't have other teams' gear, personally. But it is what it is. Eric Jennings, what's up? A-Rod and Watson are going to have to be traded before training camp. Where do you think they're going to get traded to? Interesting question there, Eric. Where do I think they're going to get traded to? Honestly, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to get traded. I just don't. I think they're going to figure it out. But Watson Watson. Honestly, I don't think either of them are going to get traded. But to answer your question, where do I think they'll end up? I think that if they were to be traded, I think A-Rod ends up in Denver. And I think that Deshaun Watson ends up in New York. They see a chance to just go ahead and cut bait with Daniel Jones. Deshaun Watson ends up in New York. Rams uniforms are ugly. I mean, they're just not number one. It's just that's not the case. Like, you're wrong. You're just wrong, objectively wrong. It's just the colors are just terrible together. They're not clean at all. No. It's just wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. All right. So we're gonna go here. So they're giving the matchup predictor. So we're going to get into the Suns game and Suns Clips. I'm going to change the title. It's the Los Angeles Clippers versus Phoenix Suns. Game 5. Can the Suns close it out, or do the Clips survive? Oh wait, play-by-play. Shoot. I didn't put play-by-play in there. Put it down here. Doesn't really help, but I like when my title and I don't have room for play-by-play. Here's what it is. I'd say Watson to Washington. No, I don't. I think Rodgers has a better chance to end up in Washington than Watson does, to be honest. Did you hear about Demaryius Thomas retiring? To be honest, I forgot he was in the league. Was Demaryius Thomas on a team last year? I forgot he was on. I forgot he was in the league. Still, Demaryius. I did hear he retired. I saw you post that, but I didn't know he was in the league. Where was he last year? He's been out of the league 2 years. I didn't even know he was trying to still be on a team. He's 34 years old. You know, I'm glad he announced his retirement, but good for him. But it's just, what has he been doing? Yeah, I do agree that Denver seems to be the odds-on favorite if you're saying A-Rod anywhere. But I don't think Watson has a chance of coming here. But I think if either of those two come here, it's going to be A-Rod. But I don't think either one of them is going to come here, to be honest. Aaron Rodgers needs to be quiet. He has a team. Stop choking in the NFC Championship game. I have one Seahawks hat and a pocket helmet of every NFL team. A pocket helmet, interesting. I feel like they're gonna give Daniel a shot one more time. I mean, yeah, but if Deshaun Watson's knocking on your door, I don't think that they're hanging up. You know what I mean? I don't think that they're ignoring a knock on the door from Deshaun Watson. If you have an opportunity to see Daniel Jones out of here on your own terms, I think that's what they're going to do. What do you think about Morgan Moses going to the Jets? I think that that's a solid pickup for the Jets. You know, it helps beef up that O-line. I think that he needs to work on not committing so many penalties, because if they wanted to, they could call false start on him every other play. But if he can keep those penalties down, he's a solid right tackle in the league, and I think it's a good pickup for the Jets. And I think it was pretty cheap, too. I think it was only like $5 million or something like that. 1 year deal, $5 million. $5 million for, yeah, and it's a $3.6 million base salary, and I think that's a great signing for $5 million. For $5 million, I think that's super cheap and solid. I like it. That this all started because he won't take a pay cut for his own team. Selfish? No, it all started when they drafted freaking Jordan Love when they're one game away from the Super Bowl. And you have a quarterback that's only 35 years old when he drafted Jordan Love, who could easily play another 7, 8, 9 years. You did not have to go after your future quarterback at that point. That was silly. Daniel has no trade value. I feel like Fitz does. I mean, Fitz, I guess, has some leadership qualities, but Daniel Jones has more trade value than Fitz as far as, like, he has potential. He's still young. You can still mold him, right? So he still is fresh in the league. I would go after Daniel Jones before Fitz if I'm looking for it depends on what I'm looking for, but obviously if I'm looking for a veteran, I'm not trading Aaron Rodgers. But if I'm looking for somebody that can mold and work, then, or, you know, even Deshaun Watson kind of guy, or I kind of lost my train of thought, but I think you understood. Basically, depending on what I'm looking for, Daniel Jones is definitely more valuable than Fitzpatrick. Rodgers came out and said that this has nothing to do with love. Yes, it does. Okay, it doesn't have something to do with love, as in, like, he's jealous or he's worried about his job getting stolen. But it's these kind of moves that cause him to be upset that, hey, we are on the cusp of a Super Bowl. Let's add a piece that could send us to the Super Bowl, a nice D end or a nice receiver or a nice lineman or something that can help beef us up to move on to the next level, and you draft a backup quarterback instead. It's not about, like, him being afraid of losing his job. He knows that Jordan Love is not coming in and taking his job. But it's about, wow, we just wasted a pick. And then on top of that, you add on that you're going to go get A.J. Dillon instead of just leaving it with Aaron Jones. Like, running backs are a dime a dozen. Why are we drafting quarterback, running back, back-to-back when we don't need a quarterback or a running back? It's stupid. It's dumb. Brett Favre didn't complain when Rodgers was behind him. I'm pretty sure he did, actually. Apparently, he was not very kind to Rodgers. Apparently, he did not want to help groom the next quarterback. I'm pretty sure he was actually a little salty. And Fitz can help Davis Mills on his career. I like Davis Mills. I'm sad he ended up in Houston. I wanted him for Washington, to be honest. Man, he threw 5 NFC championships. He had enough chances. Why are you so, like, anti-Aaron Rodgers because he lost playoff games when you love Drew Brees? How many playoff games has Drew Brees lost and thrown away? Madison Rose, NBA 2K, I think it's time to buckle in. It's going to be a long winning streak. Oh, there you go. Good luck. I hope that you win in NBA 2K. Oh, shoot, I forgot to pull up the YouTube TV so I can watch the game. What's Rachel saying?
To want to close out the Clippers tonight, but they have been vocal and explicit that one of the biggest is getting Chris Paul to his first NBA Finals. Devin Booker was only 8 years old when CP started playing in the league, so he has a great sense of how long it has been. He said, "We know how bad Chris wants this." DeAndre Ayton said that Chris being traded here was the best thing that has happened to his career and that he wants to pay that back tonight. Now, as for Chris himself, well, he's a little bit too superstitious to talk about any of this. His Houston Rockets were a game away from the finals in 2018. That's when he hurt his hamstring. He's also been up 3-1 in series and lost in that situation too. So his line to teammates in practice yesterday was 3 games doesn't win you anything. You have to finish the job. As for the Clippers, they changed it up a little bit today, going to the arena at 8:45 in the morning just to let guys get some extra shots up. It's a balance, though, not to wear the players out. This will be the 18th game the Clippers have played in 38 nights. So Ty Lue told me that in order to make sure that they have fresh legs at the end here, you can look for him to throw some zone into their defensive schemes during the first half. He also plans to add a few more guys to the rotation early, then tighten to his core guys as the game goes on. We'll see if that helps them put all those Chris Paul dreams on hold or if the Suns prevail. Thanks for watching NBA Courtside, presented by Ally.
Interesting stuff. Because y'all give Rodgers excuses and not Breeze. People give Breeze excuses all the time. The bad refs, the crazy ending plays. People give excuses to Breeze all the time. I don't know what you mean. But, anyway, I like what Tyronn Lue said, though. I think that's good strategy going into this game. Mix it up in the beginning as far as zone, man, and also your lineup, but then keep your legs fresh for your guys because they have been terribly offensively, especially the last 2 games. I'm pretty sure if we look here, I think they had like 80 points. Oh my god, stupid schedule thing. All right, I think they had 80 points last game. 92. No, they had 106. 100. Okay, so their offense was okay in the first couple of games. So it was bad offense last game. Yeah, they need Terrence Mann to have a game like this. 39 points. They got to get more points on the board, though. 80 ain't going to do nothing, man. That's just sad. That's just not good enough. Not good enough. All right, I'm not sure when the game is supposed to start, so I'm going to be right back. Before we get started, fill up my water and go from there. Just sent 2 videos for halftime. Perfect, Yuki. Thank you. Got back just in time for tip. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. All right, Suns win the tip. Devin Booker, fadeaway jumper, no good. And we're off like a herd of turtles. Hey, Tim, I have a question for you because I just saw it from a Broncos fan. Do you think Demaryius Thomas is a Hall of Famer? No. No shot. No way. No way he's a Hall of Famer. No. Oh, big 3 there. We're going to do play-by-play here. So, Reggie Jackson made a 3. Pat Bev driving the lane. Goes all the way. Gets the lay-in. All right. Clippers jump out to a 5-0 lead with the first minute of the game. Bridges give it to Crowder in the corner. 3. Off the mark. Pat Bev giving it up to Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann driving the baseline, spinning inside. No, he takes it all the way right at Devin Booker and gets the lay-in. Nice tough take there by Terrence Mann. And all right, here come the Clippers, 7-0. Well, we saw this story before. This happened to the Hawks last night. They jumped out to a big lead, ended up losing it. Let's see if the Clippers will hold. All right, another missed shot there by Bridges. Morris definitely traveled, 1,000% no call. Okay, Reggie Jackson back to Morris, over to Paul George. Paul George driving the baseline, goes right around Ayton. Good defense by Devin Booker, knocking it away. CP3 attacking, and that looked weird. It went off his leg or something. Oh, Devin Booker left open for 3. Bang! And the Suns are on the board, 7-3, 2 minutes into this ball game. All right. Let's have some fun. Reggie Jackson. Guarded by Booker. Getting a pick from Morris. Now guarded by Crowder. All right, Morris now guarded by Booker on the block. Morris trying to back him down. And he goes inside. Fadeaway jumper right in the money. Good tough shot there by Marcus Morris. And it's a 9-3 ball game. Clippers up. 9.5 to go in the first quarter. Still early. Chris Paul kicks it over to Booker. Reggie Jackson not giving him any room. Now Booker attacking. He's going to swing it out to Bridges. Bridges driving the baseline. And he's going to get fouled on the floor by Pat Bev. Pat Bev not happy about it, but he definitely got him with the body, if we're being very, very honest. So, Mr. Christopher needs this game badly to keep the Clippers alive. Otherwise, it's curtains for Chris. But for now, they are up 9-3. Oh, good steal by Pat Bev from CP3. Pat Bev driving the other way, and Reggie Jackson attacking and slams it home. Oh, my God. I didn't know Reggie Jackson had that kind in him. Oh, my goodness. He just dunked it on Jay Crowder and Bridges. Right-hand jam. Nice dunk. Devin Booker to Bridges. Bridges getting inside. Oh, trying to pass it to Asen. Good defense. Good hands there by Morris. And again in transition, the Clippers, Paul George gets an and one opportunity to try to take their lead to 11 early into this game. They are feeling it right now, them being the Clippers. Good reverse layup. Ooh, tough call. Devin Booker tried not to foul, and they say he got him with the body. Oof. Tough. All right, Paul George makes the free throw, so it's 14-3 now early in this game. Zubac on the sideline happy. Let's see what the Clippers can do. All right, CP3 getting a pick from Ayton. Ayton getting it inside now, and he's just going to right at the hoop. Morris tried to draw the charge. I guess the ref was saying his foot was inside the semicircle because he definitely sold it pretty well in my opinion, but no call made. Paul George getting a pick from Mann and Morris. Now Paul George is going to jack up a 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Jay Crowder the rebound. Devin Booker kicks it out to Crowder. Crowder's going to jack up a 3. In and out, no good. And Reggie Jackson the rebound. Paul George now has it. Guarded by Ayton. Oh, gets it to Morris on the block. Booker trying to stay his ground. Morris, the bigger individual. Ooh, nice turnaround fadeaway jumper from the baseline. The first time he went towards the middle and got one fadeaway there, and then the second time he turned around fadeaway to the baseline. Let's see if they give it to him on the block again here. Keep the chess match moving between him and Devin Booker. Morris sending a pick for George. Now Morris has it at the top of the key, guarded by Crowder. They haven't made the switch yet. All right, Morris feeling himself. A little heat check in it. Good. Morris pulling up from about 20 feet out. And he's starting off on fire. And we have an 18-5 lead. Suns will take their first timeout. And the Clippers not ready to go home yet. Starting off strong here. And we'll see if they can maintain. What up, local chap? So choosing this over stream. We'll appreciate you for stopping by and enjoying the play-by-play. I'm enjoying giving the play-by-play for you. But yeah, we're here, and it's a good start right now. Let's take a look at, not the stats. Let's go back to the box score. Marcus Morris with 6 straight points here for the Clippers, giving them the business. And they're shooting 80% from the field right now as a team, the Clippers that is, and they're 1 for 2 from 3. Meanwhile, the Suns are shooting 25% from the field and 25% from 3, also with 2 turnovers. No turnovers yet for the Clippers. And a great start. I mean, you couldn't have drawn it up much better if you're Tyronn Lue to get a 13-point lead and try to keep your foot on the gas and see if you can't take it all the way. Yeah, they're spreading the ball all over. Yeah, exactly. Everybody on the starting lineup already has a point. Mann has a layup. He attacked the basket. Morris is feeling himself. He got a little heat check there. And then, Pat Bev got a transition bucket. Paul George also got a transition layup and the free throw and one. So, good team basketball right now from the Clippers. And they're playing well defensively. It's not easy buckets that the Suns are missing. There's a couple of maybe three-pointers you'd like to see them make, but other than that, it's not been easy. Good hands, good steals. So good for the Suns. Rodgers QB all-time ranking will be out the top 5 until he wins another ring. Maybe. You'd have to think about it. But as far as a talent, he's in the top 5. But as far as like an all-time QB, you might be right, to be honest. 3-time MVP, only 1 Super Bowl appearance and win. Like, I would right now, of course, rank Tom Brady. I would rank Peyton Manning. Who else would I rank above him? You could say somebody like John Elway. You could talk about Marino just because Marino did something that in a day and age that nobody else could do. I don't know. It's interesting. Matt Ryan has more passing yards than Rodgers. Okay, I still would pick Rodgers over Matt Ryan for the Hall of Fame. I don't think that's much of an argument to say that he has a chance to be or has a better argument to be a Hall of Famer, but that's just me, I guess. All right, we're back in the action here. CP3 getting it inside to Ayton. Ayton, little hook shot. Oh, too short, no good. And the Clippers pushing it, trying to keep the foot on the gas here. Oh, God, here he is again. Morris guarded by Booker on the back. Let's see what he's got in store this time. This time he goes back to the middle. Morris is feeling it. My God, Marcus Morris seemingly unguardable here in this first quarter. He's already got 8 points and shooting some tough 2-pointers, man. Tough shots, 4 in a row. Devin Booker guarded by Paul George on the perimeter. Kicks it back out to Crowder. Crowder to CP3. CP3 now driving. He's going to shoot a mid-range jumper himself. Yes, sir. Chris Paul said before the game that, hey, 3 games does nothing for you. You got to close it out. And let's see if he can bring that mindset for the Clippers. Right now, the Clippers are a little sluggish, but he did stop the bleeding a little bit there. All right, Reggie Jackson gets it now. Kick out. Reggie Jackson jacks up the 3. Too short off the front of the rim. And Bridges the rebound. CP3 Gives it to Bridges. Bridges pump fakes. Guarded by Paul George. Doesn't like it. Gives it back to CP3. CP3 guarded by Morris. Okay, Bridges is going to shoot in. Oh, nice pass. Good catch and pop. 3-pointers good by Bridges. Leads cut down to 10. Pat Bev, a little out of control. Does get it to Paul George. Morris to Reggie Jackson. Back to Morris. Morris is going to jack up. Actually, his foot was on the line. Still good, though. And Morris with a 22-foot jumper. Get your foot behind the line if you're going to shoot that far. I hate when toes are on the line, bro. Get your foot behind the line. Nice pass by CP3. Hitting a driving Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder makes the layup. And it stays a 10-point deficit. But my goodness, Morris right now, 5 for 5, shooting all over the court. Off the dribble, off the pass, everything. Oh, he's feeling again. Another 3 for Morris. Bang! Marcus Morris with 13 points here in this first quarter, 6 for 6 shooting. The Kansas alum is feeling it tonight, saying, hey, I'm not ready to go home. Are you guys? Oh, no. Paul George fouling Devin Booker on a three, and that'll send him to the line for 3 shots. Got to be better than that. You're a better defender than that, Paul George. Come on, bro. But good grief. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Morris. I want some Morris. We're talking about his all-time ranking. Matt Ryan's definitely not on his all-time ranking. I had the Clippers staying alive and winning Game 5. Well, hey, strong start for him if that's how you feel. Devin Booker trying to keep it to a 10-point deficit here. He makes the first free throw. Yeah, they're shooting 78.6% as a team right now from the Clippers. Talk about a hot start. Yep, Clippers staying alive and winning Game 5. Look at that. You're a poet and you didn't even know it, Winter Nation. All right, third free throw up and good from Booker, so he makes all 3. And it's 25-14. Sorry, 25-15. Paul George gives it to Reggie Jackson. Jackson looking to get a pick from Morris. Does. Now they're looking to get it to Morris on the block again, guarded by Booker. And this has not ended well every time. So now they're coming with a double team. All right. Pat Bev swings it to Man. Man thought about the step back 3. Has DeAndre Ayton on him, excuse me. And he can't hit the little weird fadeaway runner thing all in one-handed. Yeah, that was a tough shot over Ayton. Oh, it's going to be an offensive foul. Morris on the defensive end, drawing the offensive foul on DeAndre Ayton. Ayton trying to post up and gets called for knocking over Morris. Oh, yeah, good call. That's pretty much textbook. He put his shoulder right into Morris's chest. I'm sure Morris sold it a little bit, but definitely the right call. All right, Paul George swinging it to Morris. No, good steal there. Good hands by Devin Booker. Doesn't get through that defense. Booker with the mask on still after the broken nose. He's going to jack up a 3 straight on. Yes, sir. Devin Booker. Okay, what does Devin Booker have so far? Devin Booker has 9 points tonight. 2 for 2 from 3 and 3 for 3 free throws. That's easy for me to say. Patrick Beverly swings it. Oh, Morris wants it again. 3-pointer, and he's human. He does miss. All right, Morris finally hits the front of the rim. No good. And the Suns now only down 7 with the ball. Weathered the storm. Devin Booker, step back, 2-pointer. Hate that shot again. There goes the toes. This time he misses it. All right. Paul George, guarded by Bridges. Oh, nice pass, backdoor. Oh, no, it's going to be stolen, though. It wasn't a nice pass. It was a good idea, but he threw it too slow, and he gave time for DeAndre Ayton to get in there and get a hand in there. But Marcus Morris was open for a second. Jay Crowder to Payne. Campaign in the corner. Left-hand 3 is good. And the lead's cut to 4 after the largest lead of 13. And now the Clippers will use their first full timeout, and it's 25-21 with 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening tonight. Good night for some playoff basketball. It's hot as blazes here in the DMV. I don't know about everywhere else, but tomorrow it's supposed to be a high of 97 degrees. That's not going to be any fun. So I'm sure down in your way, Spoiled, it's brutal. Rogers doesn't have that one that a surprise like I'm trying to play at all. I'm really surprised. What in the world was that comment? I don't even know what I just read. Rogers doesn't have one that a surprise like I'm trying to play at all. I'm really surprised. What in the world was that? Yuki says I'm having a good evening. That's good. That's good. Good job. Good deal. Yeah, we got the box score here, the play-by-play. I'm liking this setup, I think. I think this is a good setup here. Might be settling in on how we want to play this. Let me move that like that or something. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, so Devin Booker has 9 points right now. Marcus Morris, the leading scorer of the game, with 13 points. Paul George has 3 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound so far. And it's interesting. They said that Tyronn Lue said that he was going to mix it up early, but he hasn't actually had a sub at all this game. Maybe because he was trying to keep the hot hands in, but I guess if you start off with a 13-point lead, you don't want to mess anything up. But let's see if after this timeout, I'm sure he's probably going to bring in some guys now. But he said prior to the game, according to Rachel, that Rachel Nichols, he said that he was going to try to mix up the lineups going in, try to play some zone defense, and see if he can't keep his guys fresh for the fourth quarter. And then when the fourth quarter hits, he's going to rely heavy on that starting five. But very interesting that he has not had a sub. Cameron Payne just came in for Chris Paul to give CP3 a break, but he's only been in the game for 2 minutes. So both teams riding with their starters for a decent amount of time in this game. 9 minutes. What up, Laza? Tim, can you react to the vid I sent in the Discord at half? Sure, no problem, dude. Which one is that? You sent... Oh, okay. You sent it to the general. Next time, send it to reaction YouTube videos. But I'll put it in there for you this time. But yeah, don't send it to the general. Send it to the reaction YouTube videos. But yeah, we could look at this. Most dangerous trio of wide receivers. Yeah, we could look at that at half. That's fine. It's raining at 92 degrees. Ouch. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot there, Spoiled. And it's 8:30 and it's 92. Good grief, that's ugly. Oh, yeah, here we go. We're seeing some subs. Now, Nicholas Batum enters the game for Paul George. And then Pat Bev looks like he's going to be coming out. Cousins is actually going to enter the game. DeMarcus Cousins. Little boogie.
The Atlanta game. We just got to stay the course.
He sounds so calm.
That was the coach of the Suns saying just stay the course. Oh, Cousins gets a nice pass from Reggie Jackson and slams it home. So Cousins just enters the game right away and gets a bucket. But very interesting. They just put up a stat. Right now in this postseason, the Clippers are 7-0 when Marcus Morris is shooting over 50%. And right now he's 6 for 7. So that's good signs there for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson is going to shoot up a 3. Yes, sir. Reggie Jackson extends that lead back up to 9. All right, let's see what they can do over here on offense for the Suns. Oh, they swing it over to, is that Johnson in the corner? Yes, sir. Cameron Johnson enters the game and knocks down a 3 in the corner for the Suns. And up on the other end, though, he's going to get a foul. He looks like he fouled Reggie Jackson on the layup, and Reggie Jackson will go to the line for 2 shots with 2:07 to go in the first quarter. Nice dunk there by Boogie. All right, first free throw is good by Reggie. Second free throw pending. And it's up. And good. All right, so 8-point lead now for the Clips. Cameron Payne bringing it up for the Suns. Oh, he's going to attack. Kick it back out to Saric. Saric gets it to Booker. Booker, in and out dribble. Guarded by Batum. Saric coming up for a pick again. Doesn't like it. And Saric is going to shoot a three off the side of the rim. No good. Terrence Mann the rebound. Boogie's going to shoot a three right straight on. No good. All right, two big men coming in right away. One each team shooting threes. I don't think that's exactly what the team wanted, but we'll see. Oh, Cameron Payne shoots a three of his own. Way off. And that's going to go out of bounds. I don't think it was quite an air ball, but it may as well have been. That was tough. We could get a Game 7. I don't know about that. I mean, we're only at Game 5. But technically speaking, we'll see. Oh, Saric and Boogie battling on the block. They do get it to Boogie. DeMarcus Cousins, jab stepping, go into the middle, hook shot, and no good. Good defense there by Saric. Devin Booker trying to attack. He's going to slow it up. Now he's going to attack again, and he's going to step back, little bake shot jumper from about 12 foot out. Good shot. Terrence Mann to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson getting a pick from DeMarcus. He's going to stop and pop. No good. Saric the rebound. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. Suns have the ball down 6. Payne, good behind the back pass. And Saric left so wide open, he said, all right, I'll take it. But can't knock it down. So 2 missed shots there for Saric from 3. He might be taken out of the game sooner rather than later. DeMarcus Cousins with another bucket. Good pass there by Morris. And Suns attacking the other way. They get it to Booker. No, it's not Booker, excuse me. Saric again misses the little runner. Who's number 11 for the Suns? That guy doesn't look familiar. Nader in the game right now. He's number 11. I thought I saw 1, but no, it was a number 11. Uh-oh. Cam Johnson's going to get his second foul quickly with 3.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Clippers are not in the bonus, though, so it could be an interesting foul choice. They're going to have an inbound pass for the Clippers from the sideline. See what they draw up. All right, get it to Reggie Jackson. He don't have time. He's driving, though. Left hand high off the glass. Yes, sir. And that will get their lead to 10 points. Right with the buzzer beater. Took it all the way to the basket. I don't think they saw that coming. I thought they were going to see him stop and pop, but no, they leave him wide open to go all the way. Talk about high off the glass. That thing went all the way to the top of it. And Reggie Jackson makes it. And it's 36-26 at the end of 1. And Marcus Morris and Reggie Jackson combining right now for 25 points in 1 quarter. Paul George only has 3 points, but they have a 10-point lead. Terrence Mann, another guy that's usually one of their high scorers, only has 2 points. They haven't shot that often. I mean, Paul George has 3 shots. Terrence Mann has 2. So you wouldn't expect a lot of points on those kind of things. But they don't need to score when you got 25 points from your role players. That's awesome. Meanwhile, the Suns, right now, Devin Booker has 11 points, 3 for 5 shooting. No assists or rebounds, though, for the shooting guard. CP3 has 2 points, 4 assists. And, yeah, nobody else has more than 3. So nobody else has made more than 1 bucket, not named Devin Booker. So the Suns are definitely going to have to step up and score. But, yeah, look at this. The Clippers in 1 quarter nearly have half as many points they had in the entire game in Game 4. So offense was clearly – so also, again, before the game, they actually came there an hour earlier than they usually do to allow the team to get more shots up. And it appears that has helped to keep this team hot and ready And they are looking really, really good. Is Kawhi or Paul playing? Paul George is playing. Kawhi is not. Celeste has a little prediction here. Devin Booker, 32 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. He already has that steal for you. So we'll see if he can turn that 11 points, no rebounds, no assists into your prediction. I didn't see how well you did last night. I didn't look, but I'm sure you did not pick Middleton to score, 38 points? What a night he had last night, dude. 38 points, 20 of them coming in the fourth quarter, and absolutely put daggers in the Hawks' chances of winning Game 3. Hey, Renee. I don't know who Renee is. Did you mean to type Yuki or something? I don't know. Sorry. Oh, I gotcha. You meant to text it to text it to somebody else. I gotcha. Wrong chat. No worries, no worries. Well, tell Renee I said hey. Tyronn Lue being interviewed.
Ty, your guys are playing for their playoff lives, and they certainly look like it. How were you able to come out that sharp, especially after finding out another player was hurt and not going to be able to join you guys tonight?
Well, this team's been resilient all year, and they want to compete. They want to play hard. We've been doing it all series. They got a couple breaks, in a couple games that it could have went our way. So they understand we can beat this team, no matter if we're shorthanded or not. And we're just going to come out and keep scrapping.
The Suns did edge their way in there as the quarter went on. Devin Booker is starting to heat up. How do you make sure that doesn't turn into a full-scale fire by the end of this game?
Well, he's a great player, so he's going to score the basketball. We just got to try to eliminate everyone else. But I like how our guys are playing and competing. We're going to give everything we got.
Thank you so
Yes,
much,
ma'am.
Ty. Appreciate it. Back to you, Mike.
All right. Tyronn Lue there, the head coach of the Clippers, talking about, hey, we could beat this team. Don't be scared of this team. If a couple of bounces went our way, this series could be looking completely different. So stay the course and keep on moving is the mantra right now of Mr. Tyronn Lue. All right, here we go. So now it's a 38-28 game, I think. They haven't brought up the score, actually. Saw a couple of turnovers. No, it's 40-28. A couple of turnovers turning into points the other way for the Clippers. Then Mr. Aiden gets a bucket. I think his name was Aiden. I already forgot. Nader, excuse me, not Nader. Not Aiden. Nader gets a 2-point bucket there. So it's now 40-30. Boogie Cousins going all the way. Oh, thought he got fouled. Makes it anyway. Makes the layup. Keeping that lead at 12. CP3. Nice behind the back to Saric. Saric to Nader. Nader driving and gets blocked by Pat Bev. And here comes Paul George in transition. And he gets the layup. Leads back up to 14. Clippers not ready to be dead yet here. Oh, nice runner there by Aiden. Why did I call him Aiden again? Good grief. Nader. I'm going to call him Aiden all the time now. Nader hits the runner. Try to keep the Suns in this game. Still plenty of basketball left, though. Boogie. Three-pointer in the corner. No good. Way too short. Ends up in Nader's hands. CP3 has it now. Getting a pick from Saric. CP3, fadeaway mid-range jumper as he does so well and draws the foul from Boogie Cousins. It looks like Boogie did not give CP3 a place to land because Boogie's saying he did not touch CP3, but that doesn't matter if you don't give him a spot to land on. Let's take a look. Does he step to him? Yes, he does, and he doesn't give him a spot to land. And that's a clear foul. I don't know why he's confused because he clearly went right into him. CP3 went to the ground. I'm sure CP3 sold it a little bit, but you got to give the shooter a spot to come down on the floor, and DeMarcus Cousins did not. So Chris Paul will have a chance at a three-point play here, trying to cut this lead down to 9 with 9:16 to go in the second quarter. Yes, he does. All right, makes the free throw, and it's 44-35. Clippers shooting so much better, already well over halfway of their total score from last game with 9 to go in the second, so on pace to get a much better scoring affair so far. Luke Kennard getting inside, and he's going to shoot the left-handed bank shot. No good. Good defense by Cam Johnson, and he gets the rebound as well. CP3 gives it over to Cam Johnson. Cam is going to get called for the travel. Oh, my goodness. They pick and choose when they want to call travel, don't they? Got the little extra jab step before he put the ball on the floor, and travel was called. All right, 44-35. Clippers ball now with the lead. Paul George gets it to Kennard. Kennard looking to kick it out to Beverly. Yes, he does in the corner. No good. Devin Booker the rebound. Suns just got to get nice looks, all right? I know the Clippers have really solid defense, but keep the ball movement. Try to get good looks. Oh, nice alley-oop attempt. Doesn't go. But Ayton misses the bank shot, but gets his own tip in. And that's what happens when you're playing small ball. Right now, Batum, the tallest man on the court for the for the Clippers. Ayton using his way. CP3 is going to get called for the foul against Paul George. It was not on the shot, though. He passed it, so that'll be an inbound pass, so really not too much harm there. Yeah, definitely fouled him. Got his hand right there on the arm. Paul George probably a little dramatic. Gave him a little push. Oh, Tyronn Lue not happy with how this play's setting up. He's like, whoa. This is not how we practice this. Get in line. Pat Bev is the inbounder. Luke Kennard was going to be, but he didn't like that. He being Tyronn Lue. Paul George kicks it out to Batum. Swings it to Bev. Three-pointer. No good. In and out. Little toilet bowl action. Could not go in. Devin Booker. Picks up his dribble. Does get it to Bridges. Now he goes all the way, and it's going to be a foul called against Patrick Beverly. Beverly not happy about it. He thought he got out of the way, and it kind of looked like he did, to be honest. I'm not sure. Pat Bev kind of looked like he slid out of the way. Let's take a look here. I don't even know if they ever made contact. Their knees may have collided, though. It's a hard angle to see. Devin Booker definitely acted like their knees collided. So, if so, then it was a good call by the refs. Pat Bev tried to slide out of the way, but it didn't look what happened. Remember I said 113-109? I got 113 right. That's what I meant to say. Oh, in the Bucks last night? I gotcha. Oh, instead of Renee, you said remember, I gotcha. And then local trap cheat, he says Renee thick. I did not mean to say Renee. I got you. Geez, the Clippers destroying the Suns. Hey, well, they're not dead yet. It's only a 5-point game now with 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Paul George kicking it out to Man. Man step backs to 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. DeAndre Ayton the rebound. Bridges swings it. Cam Johnson in the corner. Bang, bang. And it's a 2-point ball game now. And it looks like the Clippers are going to use a timeout. Regroup here. Yeah, this Luke Kennard right now is a -8 on the floor for the Clippers. Yeah, they just good find there by think it was Bridges, actually. He had it on the baseline, saw Cam Johnson wide open in the corner. Good pass. Good quick pass to not let the help defense get there. And Cam Johnson knocks it down. What's up, Jarrett? As of right now, Tim, I'm not dead yet, says Chris. That's right. You're not dead yet. Still hanging in there, man. Come on, Clippers, please. Well, Suns are now roaring back. Let's see who's doing most of the damage. Little bit of everybody, man. Chris Paul has 7 now. Cam Johnson has 6. Cameron Payne has 5. And Ayton has 4. So it's a good distribution of points right now. Nobody's really killing it because remember, at the end of the first quarter, nobody had more than 1 shot made. And now 1, 2, 3, 4 more players have another shot made. Also, Nader got in the action, got a bucket this quarter. So good team ball right now for the Suns. If we look here at the distribution, it's a 16-8 lead for the Suns in this quarter. Morris and Devin Booker both combining right now for the lead scorers of 13 apiece. Beverly has 4 rebounds. Paul George has 4 assists. Over here for the Suns, Payne has 3 rebounds. And Chris Paul has 4 assists. So, nobody's really taken off in this game. We had a little hot streak by Marcus Morris, but other than that, it's been a good team basketball for both teams offensively and defensively, right? I mean, we've had a little bit of everything in this game. This is a good basketball game so far. Oh, wow. You said Paul George is only going to end up with 16 points. Yikes. That's not good sign for the Clippers, honestly, if Celeste's prediction's right. Bucks lucked up last night with Trey getting hurt. I know that rolled ankle was very unfortunate by the ref. The ref actually ended up accidentally rolling Trae Young's ankle. But you can't take that away from Chris Middleton. Middleton was a man possessed in that fourth quarter. He blew it up. Celeste predicting a 115-104 Clippers game with Paul George only getting 16. Well, that would be awesome for the Clippers, to be honest, because if they can beat a team like the Suns with Paul George only getting 16 points, that's good team basketball right there. All right. Wow, DeMarcus Cousins has 10 points already? I didn't even notice that off the bench. Cousins has 10 points. So 3 team players already in double digits for the Clippers, not named Paul George or Terrence Mann. And Paul George, there he is. Nice little Euro step left-handed layup. Gets it to go, and that's points number 6 and 7 there for Paul George. Chris Paul gets it to Devin Booker. Devin Booker loses it. But they're going to say Marcus Morris or Reggie Jackson, one or the other, knocked it out of his hands. So it's going to stay Phoenix ball. I guess it wasn't really a Euro step. It was kind of like a body shot that kind of made it look like a Euro step. It was just a simple layup. Kind of the body did that Euro step look, but the steps weren't there. All right, DeAndre Ayton gets the inbound pass, guarded by Cousins. Now CP3 has it. CP3. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to do something with it. Oh, step back 2. No shot. And, oh, it hit the rim. Hit the front of the rim. They wanted a 24-second violation, but did they say it hit the rim? And I think I agree. The refs are going to take a look at this. But now it doesn't matter. Like, why the refs are even bothering? Because the Clippers ended up with the ball. They missed the 3-point shot. Yep, that looked like it hit the rim. barely touched the front of the rim, it looked like to me. You can kind of see the ball move. Man, it hit the very bottom of the rim, too. Like, the ball didn't move very much. Oh, stolen by Mann. Good defense by Terrence Mann. Coming the other way. Marcus Morris has it now. They reset. Half-court offense, but good steal there by Mann. Paul George crossover, getting inside. Pull up. Fade away is good. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, and it's a 6-point lead for the Clips. CP3 has the ball for the Suns, getting a pick from Ayton, guarded by Morris, and he's just going to pull up from 2. Morris gave him the 2-pointer. Morris did not try to stop that at all. Easy bucket there for CP3. That's practice. That's a practice bucket right there. Marcus Morris on the block, jab stepping, 3-point, triple threat stance. Now he gets inside, another fadeaway. Marcus Morris is loving that fadeaway to the middle of the court. About 10-footer. And he makes another one now with 15 points for Marcus Morris. CP3, pump fakes. Doesn't know where to go with it. And gets to Bridges on the baseline. And Bridges misses the layup. Good defense there by Luke Kennard. Terrence Mann coming the other way. Is going to kick it out to Morris. Swinging it. Luke Kennard likes the 3-pointer straight on. No good. Devin Booker. Guarded by Morris. Attacking. And he's going to pull up, fade away from 2. Way too short. No good. Reggie Jackson the rebound. All right. Paul George going to set up the offense. Now he gives it back to Jackson. Jackson's going to drive. Kicks it out to Mann. Terrence Mann. Back to Paul George. Under 10 seconds. Paul George going to jack up a 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. Too strong. CP3 the rebound. Devin Booker in transition 3. Yes, sir! Devin Booker, nice 3-pointer there, and it's a 3-point ball game with 4:20 to go, giggity, in the second quarter. Is that Dr. Disrespect? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the gamer Dr. Disrespect, but it's either him or a lookalike at the Phoenix baseline right now. Oh, Reggie Jackson with no time on the shot clock gets the runner to fall. Nice shot there. And the Suns will take the lead. Take the timeout. Clippers have a 5-point lead. But hold on, is Dr. Disrespect Suns fan? Suns game? Feet on the floor, tickets tomorrow. Yeah, look at that. Dr. Disrespect is at the game right now. Let's check out his Twitter. 2-time champs Dr. Disrespect will be at the Phoenix Suns Arena tonight, so we're giving away $500 of FanDuel credit. Feet on the floor, tickets tomorrow for Suns games. I've hired 7 guys for the vlog. Hopefully one of their flip phones records something. Well, there you go. When is the Hall of Fame game? I would imagine it's like first week of August. Hall of Fame game. Do they have a date? August 5th. August 5th, 2021 is the Hall of Fame game. Thank you, Tim's the GOAT. Chris is the GOAT. Jairus is the GOAT. Jairus Sports GOAT. Did you know the Hall of Fame game will be on Fox instead of NBC? To be very honest with you, I did not know it was always on NBC. So I didn't realize it switched, to be very honest with you, because I usually only watch the Washington football team preseason games, to be honest with you. Dang, in almost a month, I know, right? It is just over a month and a week. A month and a week from football, man. It's getting close. It's getting close. It's been a fun off-season. Channel's grown a lot, so it should be a fun season. We'll see what the growth can bring, and we'll see what we got. Oh, Expert JK joins the party. What's up? We're going to watch the Hall of Fame game. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, we'll watch it on the channel now that I have a channel. We'll definitely watch it. Do some play-by-play, see what's going on, and also, have some fun seeing the new inductees into the Hall of Fame. Have y'all seen Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook fights? No, I have not. Put that in the reaction videos, and we'll watch it. All right, we're looking to get back to the action. It's 3:52 to go in the second quarter. Feels like a long game. Good grief. It's probably because I've already been streaming for over 2 hours, I guess, huh? What's my stream at? Almost 2 hours, 1:56. All right. So we got Cameron Payne, Devin Booker, Jay Crowder, Michael Bridges, and Ayton in for the Suns. Paul George, Luke Kennard, Pat Bev. No, excuse me. Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, and Marcus Morris. No Pat Bev on the floor. Uh-oh. Marcus Morris fadeaway. That one's way off. Side of the backboard. Good night. That was not good. Marcus Morris having a good night, but that one was way off. All right, Ayton gets it on the baseline, and he's going to shoot it right over Paul George. Nice bucket there. 52-49 now with 3 to go in the half. Reggie Jackson gets it to Paul George. Paul George hits a driving Morris. Morris barely caught it. Now has to kick it back out to Mann. Mann with 3 seconds. He's going to jack up a 3. In and out, no good. Bridges the rebound. Devin Booker kicks it to Payne. Jay Crowder in the corner. He's going to shoot it over Reggie Jackson. Tried to draw the foul, but does not get it. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Payne. It looks like on the rebound. Cameron Payne must have got a little frisky. Oh, they showed Cameron Payne as if he was the foul, but ESPN said right now it was Michael Bridges with the foul. Either way, loose ball foul. All right, Nicholas Batum enters the game for Terrence Mann. Paul George driving on Booker and gets the layup. Off the backboard, nice bucket there. And he gets over double digits, so it's now 4 players in double digits right now for the Clippers, and it's a 5-point lead. Jay Crowder back to Cameron Payne. Payne going to drive on Morris. Left hand high, no good. And can the Ayton get the rebound? No. Couple of tips, but it ends up in Paul George's hands. Reggie Jackson to Batum. Batum to Morris to Paul George. Uh-oh. Almost stolen. And Paul George is going to draw the foul. But I don't think they're going to say it was on the shot. Good steal there. Yeah, he kind of got him on the sweep. You know, it was good defense, but it was the last thing when Paul George did have possession of the ball, and then Cam Payne hit his arm at the last second trying to get that loose ball, but it was not loose anymore. Oh, my goodness. Cam Payne with good hands right now. Jackson's going to shoot a 3. No good. 8 in the rebound. But Cam Payne was all over Paul George on that possession, knocking the ball away 3 times. All right, Michael Bridges back to Payne. Oh, bad pass by Payne. sends the ball flying out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. All right, CP3 coming back into the game. Looks like Campaign will go to the bench for a breather. All right, what do we got here? We got Reggie Jackson to Morris. Morris going to shoot the open three. Bang! Morris staying hot as a firecracker. Good night. 18 points in this first half. 8 for 10 shooting. 2 for 3 from the three-point line. Feeling himself, man. Great night for him. And the Clippers, again, are 7-0 with Marcus Morris shooting over 50%, and they have an 8-point lead right now. CP3 straight on three-pointer, no good. And looked like Batum got in there for the rebound. 40 seconds left in the half. Morris is going to shoot another turnaround. Fade away, and one! Are they counting the bucket? Or are they going to call the foul before the shot? I don't know what they just did, but he definitely made that turnaround fadeaway jumper. They haven't counted the bucket. Did he get it or not? Oh, it looks like they might be saying it's on the ground and they're in the bonus, so he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Man, could have been an and one opportunity there, but instead will be 2 free throws. Let's see what he's got. First one's up and good. Leads back up to 9. Morris looking to extend it back up to 10, which was the lead at the end of 1. So it's 41.8 seconds left in the first half. Suns will have a chance at least at 2 offensive opportunities. See if we can take advantage. If they can take advantage. I'm not in the Discord, but in the first pop-up when you search it up, and also I'll have a history since Pat was in Houston. Okay. We'll find it. Are you going to live stream tomorrow? Yes. We're doing the Chris and Tim podcast tomorrow. CP3 kicks it out to Booker. Booker three-pointer. Off the side of the rim, no good. And Morris gets the rebound. All right, about a 4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So Clippers can extend their lead here before the half. It's already up to 10. Jackson working on Booker. Jackson's going to take it with 1 second, and good defense there by Booker, and it's going to be a 24-second violation, and it'll be 3.1 second left for the Suns to try to do something with it. Good defense there by Devin Booker. And they pass. Oh, good play, and Devin Booker's going to have an opportunity. Bang! Great play design there by the Suns. CP3 passed it up court to DeAndre Ayton, who then hit it, gave it like a little handoff. It's like the trick play in football. He threw it up court, then they just swung it to a wide open Booker. Booker pump fakes Reggie Jackson, and he hits the 3 at the buzzer to make it a 7-point game here in Phoenix. Great play design. Perfectly executed. Everything I love about that play. Beautiful. He let go of the ball with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. And man, oh man, what a game we have. A 7-point game, 59-52. Marcus Morris has 20 points. Devin Booker has 19 points. Chris Paul has 9 points, 5 assists. Paul George now has 11 with 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And we have a ball game right now. And let's go ahead and check out some vids that you guys are asking for. Warriors are shopping James Wiseman and the 7th pick. Really? Already looking to get rid of Wiseman. Very interesting. The shot heard around the world for sure. Hall of Fame game is the first preseason game of every year. And that is when they announce the Hall of Fame inductees from the year prior. Like they announced the Hall of Fame people in like January or something, or I think it's right before the Super Bowl, but then they like honor them at the Hall of Fame game, which is the first preseason game of the year. All right, let's see here. YouTube. Pat Bev and Westbrook fights. All Westbrook and Patrick Beverly beefs. I would imagine it's this.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame.
Yeah, but they got great social network to pay to do, right? I don't buy that. You gotta see that. They're professionals, supposedly. And that's what you call a makeup
Well, I don't know. Patrick Beverly got hit right in the nose. I don't know if he took an elbow or what, but he is in pain.
Pat Bev got hit in the nose.
Right by him, and when he did, watch this. Boom.
Ooh, hit him in the face.
Let me tell you something.
Ouch.
They didn't call the foul on
Uh-oh. Oh, with a timeout, when they're calling timeout, Westbrook hurt his ankle or knee.
For the steal, just as the timeout was called, and he actually got part of the knee of Russell Westbrook. He is really upset with Beverly right now. He's looking
Oh, Westbrook's ready to friggin' punch him in the face.
You see it
It was his knee.
In Oklahoma City. Mike Fratello, Tracy Wolfson here.
Oh, Pat Bev
And Beverly
going at him again.
You see, after the foul is called, Beverly reaches out, extends a hand to help Westbrook up, shoves him in the back. And watch Westbrook take that hand, knock it away. I can get up myself.
there by OKC.
That's his first basket of the game.
Uh-oh.
And Scott Brooks wants to call a timeout, and Beverly again and Westbrook. They've got a history of this.
Pat Bev, he's so annoying. They're clearly calling timeout, and he's trying to steal the ball before the timeout is called.
Beverly tried
Twice.
And a scuffle breaks out. Now they're trying to break it up.
There's a scuffle that breaks out, and Pat Bev just runs to the bench. He's
Right
just,
there.
I'm not a part of it.
To call a timeout, and Beverly comes over and knocks the ball away. Exception. Pat Beverly arches it up and in. Westbrook went for the steal and got burned. Russell Westbrook put out there.
What's the steal here?
Pat Beverly arches it up. Beverly almost gets the steal. Westbrook on the floor. And again, they go after it.
Pat Bev, he's a character, man. Like, it's I actually don't hate it, which is the funny part. You know, I'm switching to my thing here. But you know, I hope that actually. I just realized there was no ads on that. I bet that's gonna whatever you call it, give me a copyright strike. But whatever, I don't care. But anyway, that's funny. Cause like he does it within like the rules of the game, and then as soon as they blow the whistle, he's like ready to run. It's funny. But all right, I believe it was Luzza that wanted me to watch this one, so we'll watch this real quick. I'll turn that off. I don't know if that's okay to listen to or not. Most dangerous trios of receivers Washington's ever had since 2016. Yeah, because who was the trio? I guess it would be what? Jamison Crowder would be the trio with Pierre Garçon and Deshaun Jackson. Because I don't know who our trio would have been. But those were some good players right there. I love those guys. Oh, nice catch. Pierre Garçon had some hands, dude. Yeah, there's Jamison Crowder. Yep. That's good stuff. Deshaun Jackson, man. Wasn't a big fan of him, but he is explosive. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Kirk Cousins slinging it down there to Pierre. That's one of the times we beat Green Bay. Crushed them, actually. That's Josh Johnson game. That's the Josh Johnson game. I was at this game. And we were so excited when Josh Johnson enters that game, man. That we were just through the roof. It's good to always watch some highlights. All right, let's see here. When Pat Bev got screened hard by Steven Adams, that was funny, yeah, for sure. All right, let's see here. What does Yuki have for us? So Yuki has the 10 worst stadiums right now. We already kind of looked at that before. But ranking NFL divisions best to worst. Okay, yeah, we'll check this one out.
Today, I'm going to be ranking all 8 NFL divisions from 1 to 8 based on which I think is the best. So there are 8 divisions in the league, the NFC East, the NFC North, the NFC West, NFC South, along with the AFC North, AFC East, AFC South, and AFC West. So here's a picture of all 32 teams and all their divisions. Before you watch this video, go ahead and rank them yourselves because...
All right. He told me to do it. I will do it. All right. So we're ranking all the best divisions, right? Okay. Let's think about this. I think the best division is the AFC North right now. I'll give the edge to the AFC North because I think all 4 teams can be solid. Especially with Joe Burrow there in Cincinnati with Jamar Chase. Hopefully he stays protected somehow. But I think the Steelers will still be an okay team. I think the Browns and the Ravens are super good. So I'll give the AFC North the edge for the best. The second best, I think, is the NFC West. NFC West, again, is really, really good top to bottom. And you could make an argument that they're first. But, you know, you could say they're 1A and 1B because I think they're both really, really good. So there's your top 2 for sure. Next up, I would say the next best division is probably the Kansas City Chiefs division. Chargers are supposed to have a pretty good season. They got Justin Herbert and good defense. And I like the Broncos. And if Drew Lock hits like I believe he can, the AFC West will be number 3. Number 4. This is good where it gets a little bit more iffy. I think I'm going to give it to the NFC South. And the NFC South is a division that could end up with a bunch of bad records besides the Bucs. But they're also really dangerous teams throughout. I think the Bucs can easily repeat. The Saints are extremely well coached and have a great team all around them. If Jameis Winston hits, the Saints are going to look strong. Then I like the Panthers. What the Panthers have done, they had a fantastic draft this year. Brought in Sam Darnold, good receiver duo, nice young defense. Chung, I think, is their young safety. But, of course, they have Brian Burns at linebacker. So I like the Panthers. And then the Falcons, you know, they're a team that could win any week and lose any week. So I like them at number 4. So we got 1A, 1B, 3, 4. Number 5, I'm going to give it to the NFC North. I'm going to assume that Aaron Rodgers is still going to be there. I think the Packers and the Vikings are really, really good. If once Justin Fields enters the game, the Bears can be really solid. So I'll give them the Lions are going to suck, but the first 3 teams are pretty good, so I'll give them number 5. Number 4, I'll give it to the AFC East. I think the Dolphins, the Bills will definitely carry this one. And then the Patriots are still going to be well coached and solid, so I'll give them number 6. I think NFC East is number 7 because I think the AFC South sucks. Besides, I think they're just a bad division, you know. Titans are going to be struggling on defense. They could still be great offensively. I love the Colts, but the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Texans are going to suck so bad. So the AFC South is the worst division in football, in my opinion, and then the NFC East is 7. So 1A, 1B, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my list. Just to write that down again, I got AFC North, NFC West, AFC West, NFC South, NFC North, AFC East, right? Is it 7? No, who am I missing? Am I missing somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so East would be the 6. AFC East, NFC East, and AFC South. All right, let's see what you got.
Because we might have very similar or very different lists based on your opinion on some of these divisions. So I think it makes sense to start at number 8, and this may come to no surprise. I have the NFC East. As you may know, this team last season had 0 teams with a winning record.
Whatever.
Their best and number 1 seed in that division, the Washington football.
Oh, okay. You're gonna just ignore that, like, every team was decimated by injuries. It's fine. Whatever.
Team had a 7-9 record. May come to no surprise. This is number 8 on the list. I do expect this division to improve. You can only go up from an absolute horrible season from every team. Obviously, the Cowboys have no Dak Prescott. I expect them to have a better record compared to last season. I do expect the Giants to also have a better record. Honestly, I do expect the Eagles to have one of the worst.
I mean, this is not ridiculous. I have them ranked number 7, so it's not like.
And Washington football team, their defense is very good, but their offense is getting very bad. So maybe 6 or 7 wins. Well, this division is so bad. I've never seen one worse in my life. So yes, that's an easy number 8 pick on my list.
You must be really, really young. Must be really, really young. Because the Seahawks division, the NFC West was way worse than what we were last year. Because that division was garbage when you guys won 7-9. Garbage.
This is where it gets interesting. Every division has at least one really good team. So if I put a really good team, like a Super Bowl contender, I put their division number 7, some of you are going to get mad. But you got to consider the rest of the teams in their division. You got to consider why this team has so many wins. It's because they play so many easy division rivals every year, which is why I have the NFC North at number 7. Yeah, so with that logic, obviously the Packers.
NFC North at number 7. I had them at number 5. I think the Packers, I think the Vikings are better than he gives them credit for, but the Lions suck. And I guess if you don't like the Bears, but I think with what's his name, it's going to be interesting. Justin Fields.
Why they get so many wins every year? Because the NFC North division rivals are absolute dog.
So
the Lions are expected to go 0-16 probably. The Vikings, they're decent, but they missed the playoffs because their defense was horrible last year. I don't expect it to get better. And the Bears, they did make the playoffs, but like I just said, you got to consider, the whole division. I expect the Bears to get worse next season, and just maybe a game worse. Maybe the Bears go 7-9, maybe 8-8 again. But overall, I have this division at 7. Even if you think it's good, I do think every other division I haven't listed is better, and I'll explain why. So at number 6, I do have the NFC South. So this division, like I said, it has a Super Bowl winner in it, but that doesn't mean anything to me because you got to consider why this team has so many wins. Obviously, the Buccaneers are something different, but the rest of the division is so bad. Obviously, the Falcons 4-12. I think the Panthers went 5-11 or 6-10. So 2 really bad teams. The Saints.
Yeah, but I mean, are you ranking them from last year, or are we ranking them from going into this season? That's a different ranking. Because I mean, you could just objectively look at it, but I thought we were ranking them going into this season. I mean, this is April 16th, 2021. I mean, are you just going to ignore all the changes Carolina Panthers have done to their team and the fact that Christian McCaffrey's coming back? I know the Saints lost Jameis Winston, but, so what? Drew Brees, but so what? They still have a fantastic team. They're well coached, and Jameis Winston could be a really good quarterback. So, I mean,
good team always have a good record.
I guess.
But are they really? They never win playoff games ever. Embarrassing. And Drew Brees is gone. Expect this team to get a lot worse. This whole division is pretty bad except for the Buccaneers. That's why I have them at number 6. But I do have them at number 6 ahead of the NFC North because I do expect the Saints to once again have a good season. I expect the Panthers to improve a little bit. Maybe the Falcons improve, but I do think it's better than the NFC North. But still, it's pretty bad. I do expect this team to have, at least 2 playoff teams, maybe only one. Obviously, the Buccaneers and the Saints. So at number 5, I have the AFC South. So this division at number 5, it makes sense. It has 2 pretty good teams. But
he puts them at 5.
Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts both made the playoffs last year. I do expect the Colts to struggle, maybe, with Carson Wentz. We'll see. Maybe they have a godlike season, maybe they don't. I do expect the Colts to struggle just a little bit. That's why I have them number 5. But like I said, you got to consider the whole division. The Jaguars went 1-15, and the Texans are tanking, trading away their best players. I'm not even sure if Deshaun Watson is going to suit up ever again in a Texans uniform. Texans could become the next 0-16 Cleveland Browns. That's why I have them at number 5. But at the same time, they do have 2 really, really good playoff teams, which is why it carries their ranking to number 5 ahead of the NFC South and the NFC North, and of course NFC East, but they're expected to be at number 8. So like I said...
Oh, what's Tyronn Lue saying?
Just keep moving the basketball. We're sharing the ball. We're getting good shots. All right? And if we don't like it, put it back down again. Next guy, come set, slip out and roll, and now we got room to attack.
Boys, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. We got to go take it. We talked about knocking the freaking champ out. We got to knock these guys out. Let's go, guys. Come on.
2 terrific teams led by 2 terrific young coaches as our first half stats brought to you by Indeed.
Sorry, I was just curious what
Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, 2 really good teams, which is why I have them 5 the West. So I have the AFC West here, obviously because I have the Chiefs. The same logic is with the Packers Buccaneers, horrible division. But I do expect this division. I think this division has the most potential in the NFL. The Chiefs are just gonna win every year though.
Still, I think how high is he gonna rank the AFC East?
They had a playoff, like team last year, but they didn't make it. I expect it to get better next season. I think their playoff especially performance last season. These teams are better than the Bills. The Bills are insane. They're probably
he ranks them all the way 3.
AFC Championship horrible.
And then I guess I'm gonna say North.
Season.
Going backwards. Wait, what am I doing?
Guys from Giants to also have a better record. Can I say they're
all right. We gotta get back to the game. Interesting rankings. All right, here we go. We're back in it. We're back in it. Paul George swinging it out to Morris. Morris misses the three. Paul George tries to get the rebound. No, we can't get it. Good hustle, though. CP3. Oh. Tried to get it to Ayton, but Ayton ended up getting fouled, it looked like. Maybe tripped up by accident by Reggie Jackson. Tyronn Lue is not happy. All right, CP3 getting it inside, attacking the basket, up and under, layup is good. Tough bucket there by CP3. 59-54 now in this third quarter, just getting started. So, Clippers started strong. And they've looked pretty good. And oh, that was terrible though. Terrence Mann, fadeaway jumper, no good. Bridges may have gotten a hand on that for a block, maybe. They said misses, but I think he may have blocked that because that was horribly shot. But let's see. Bridges kicks it to Crowder. Crowder to CP3. CP3 to Crowder. Crowder three-pointer, no good. Long rebound ends up in DeAndre Ayton's hands. Good hustle there by Ayton. CP3 to Bridges. Bridges pump fakes, driving the baseline now. He's going to stop and pop a little two-pointer. Yes, sir. And the lead's cut down to 3. Paul George yelling, barking orders. Didn't like that his team was just standing around stagnant. So he's going to go all the way to the basket, doesn't like it, and misses it. Bad offensive possession there for the Clippers. There was no movement whatsoever. Mikal Bridges misses a 3 on the other end. So let's see if Clippers do anything different here. Try to get some movement. Because a lot of standing around right now for the Clippers. Yeah, they're just standing around. Nothing. They're just like waiting for Paul George to do something. All right, well, that time he attacked and makes the layup. Not really a big fan of how they're deciding to handle this, to be honest. But it is what it is, I guess. All right, Devin Booker slowing it up. Crossover, looking to attack. Step back, jumper, fadeaway is good from the free throw line. Nice. Nice bucket there by Devin Booker. How many points does he have now? 21? Yes, 21 points now for Mr. Devin Booker. Morris gets on the baseline, guarded by Booker. Morris is going to have the good defense there. Terrence Mann now, and good crossover. Step up, no good, too long. Terrence Mann is off tonight, which is not good if you're the Clippers. He's 1 for 6, only 2 points. Crowder tried to pass it to Ayton. It went off Ayton's hands, back into Crowder's hands, and Crowder makes the quick layup, and it's 61-60 with 8:56 to go in this ballgame. What's AFC North filled with Heisman winners besides Steelers? The QBs? Interesting. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson. Did Lamar Jackson win the Heisman? I thought Lamar Jackson got snubbed on the Heisman. I guess I'm not. I guess I'm wrong. Do y'all think that Devontae Adams will re-sign, or he can go to the Raiders to reunite with Carr? Reunite with Carr? I thought Devontae Adams went to Alabama. Carr didn't go to Alabama. Reunite with Carr. Didn't Devontae Adams go to Alabama? He went to Fresno? Why did I don't know why I thought he went to Alabama, but no, he went to California State. Okay. California State. Interesting. I don't know why I thought Devontae Adams went to Alabama. I don't know why. Okay, well, fair enough. Well, that makes sense. Do I think he'll re-sign with the Packers? I'm going to think I think he's going to get out of there next year. Well, the problem is that they may franchise tag him. and probably rightfully so. But I think he's going to want to get out. I think that's why he's not begging for a contract extension. He's like, whatever, I'm going to play my 1 year, and then I want out of here. And it's probably because of just the mess that Aaron Rodgers has been complaining about for a while. And, it's like, I just want to go somewhere else, hang out. I don't think he'll go to the Raiders, though. Davante Adams to Washington, that would be interesting. But no, I don't think Davante Adams goes to the Raiders. That would be interesting. I could see him going to a California team. I could see him going to the Niners. Be interesting. Raiders need help. They still have horrible receivers. Well, yeah, Raiders need a lot of help a lot of places. Feel bad for James. And they have the hardest division in or hardest schedule in football. Michael Jordan, step back. The push-off of Gary Payton. Henry Ruggs is decent. They have Darren Waller, but they still need to help him for sure. Devontae will have to give it up. I think one of them should wear 16 and one of them should wear 18. Do it together. Just come to terms and wear 16 and 18. Yeah, I'm not big on Henry Ruggs either. Al McCoy, Suns radio broadcasters from 1972.
There's the Hall of Famer. That's one of my broadcasting.
All right. Pat Bev gives it to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson guarded by Bridges. Reggie Jackson. Nope. Bad pass, trying to get it to Paul George. Out of bounds. And the Phoenix Suns could take their first lead of the ball game. This is basically the same script we saw of yesterday's game with the Bucks and Hawks, to be honest. Hawks had a big lead the whole time. Bucks clawed their way back and took their lead in the third quarter. CP3, bang, bang, gives them the lead. 62-61, first lead of the night. Paul George gets to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, double teamed all of a sudden. Find the open man. They swing too late. Defense gets there. Oh, Paul George is going to get fouled by Jay Crowder. To me, this is a travel. If both feet are off the ground and they come down, that's a travel. And they didn't call it. He jumps here. But whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? But at the same time, Greg Williams calls the blitz during fourth down. With like 2 seconds left or something, right? Not during the Jets game, Jarris. He saved him. A little dude ran a go route. That's all he could for. Tim could have made that play. I'm not quite as fast as Henry Ruggs, though. A little bit different than Henry Ruggs as far as speed. All right. Chris Paul, another mid-range jumper, no good. DeAndre Ayton poking around, couldn't get the rebound, though. Ends up in Nicholas Batum's hands. Reggie Jackson, put Devin Booker on his heels a little bit. Did pass it, though. Morris, nice pass to Paul George. Paul George to Batum in the corner. Morris is going to shoot a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. And Morris is getting close to that below 50% number. If he shoots over 50%, then they usually win the game. They're 7-0 in the playoffs right now. Reggie Jackson, that's a carry, but they didn't call it. And instead, they're going to call a foul on Crowder. And Jackson will go to the free throw line. But he clearly palmed that ball. But what do I know? Paul George had the and one I missed, so that's why it's a 64-62 game. Reggie Jackson will go to the line for 2 shots here. Reggie Jackson, in and out, no good. Hey, Chris, we may have to do the podcast tomorrow at 7 because the Bucks game starts at 8:30. You cool with that? Reggie Jackson misses the first free throw but makes the second. So it's 65-62. Clippers on top with 7:15 to go in the third quarter. Crowder threw a no-look pass to nobody. Oh, my goodness. Jay Crowder, what was that? Reggie Jackson kicks it back out to Morris. Swings it to Paul George. Paul George thought about driving. Step back jumper from the free throw line is good. All right, Clippers extend their lead back up to 5. So it's 67-62 with under 7 to go in the third quarter. CP3 kicks it to Jay. Back to CP3. CP3 guarded tough right now by Reggie Jackson. Swinging it all the way to Devin Booker in the corner. Devin Booker misses the 3. And it ends up in Patrick Beverley's hands. In and out dribble. Pat Bev attacking all the way. Somehow got that ball over DeAndre Ayton and knocks down the layup. Devin Booker. No. Oh, it's going to be a charge. Uh-oh. That was weird. I didn't know what that was on his head for a second, but it was the mask. He moved the mask up. So the mask is not covering his nose anymore. How in the world are you going to call that a charge? Marcus Morris clearly pushed him right into him. But whatever. It is what it is. Clippers ball, 6:14 to go. Reggie Jackson to Paul George. Paul George driving inside now, working on little Bridges, and he's going to get a foul call but can't make the layup for the and one. It was bouncing on the back of the rim there for like 3 or 4 times, ends up falling out. So Paul George will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. See, if Bridges fell right there, that could have been a charge. But since he stood his ground, see, that's the thing, right? Like, either you're going to call putting your shoulder into somebody or you're not going to call it, right? I don't care if they fell or not, right? Now you're encouraging flopping, right? If you stand strong and keep your balance, then you're not going to get the foul. But if you flop and fall on the ground and make the basketball game look ridiculous, okay, now we're going to give you the foul. That's bad refs right there, making it so they're incentivizing what you don't want. You want good, strong basketball in the paint. Either call it or don't call it. And I don't think they should call it. It's Shaq ball down there. You get in there and you try to earn your spot. Oh, CP3. CP3. Oh, my goodness. He landed straight on his back. Patrick Beverley making fun of CP3 of how he flopped. But CP3 landed on his back. I hope he's okay. He does get up. All right, I think he's going to be okay. All right, that was a little scary because of how he landed. He kind of landed really awkwardly. Oh, he landed on his hand, too, his left arm. I don't know why Pat Bev is making fun of him. I mean, Pat Bev literally swept his legs right from under him. I mean, Pat Bev's acting like he flopped. No, that was not a flop. Did they call a technical foul or no? They might call a technical here. It's clearly a foul. He just swiped his legs right from under him. CP3 did not flop. I mean, I did not think he flopped there. To me, this looks like he clearly hit him. That angle kind of looked a little funky, I guess. No, he definitely hit him. It's 100% he hit him. I don't know what they're looking at. Can we get any insight here?
Defender, but he also has that ability where you think this dude may do something dirty.
I just, when a guy's hurt and you don't know if he's hurt, to sort of mock him when he's down.
I don't care about your opinion. I just want to know what they're looking at. Are they looking at for a technical?
Agreed. Everything in his career.
Did he hit like a nut shot or something? Why is he grabbing his... I don't understand. I don't know how that worked. Uh-oh.
Beverly, it takes out Paul's legs. It'll be a 3-shot foul. Flagrant penalty 1. Flagrant penalty 1.
Wow, they call it a flagrant. Why? There was nothing flagrant about that. I don't understand. What? Why would they call that a flagrant? I gotta go back and listen to that. Hold on.
That would be my guess.
Hold on.
They're going to call, I mean, if
what
you're
is this?
This long, you're going to call it flagrant, I would suspect.
It's not a flagrant. Here's David Guthrie.
After replay review, there's unnecessary contact by Beverly that takes out Paul's legs. It'll be a 3-shot foul. Flagrant penalty 1. Flagrant penalty 1.
That was ridiculous. No, it's not a flagrant, okay? It's a normal foul because he got tripped up by Ayton for the pick. Ayton didn't do anything wrong. He held his ground, but Patrick Beverly ran into him. Okay, that's what happened. Oh, here we go. The head ref's talking about it. So what is he going to say?
Even knowing that Chris Paul's going to go up for a jump shot. So in my opinion, I wouldn't have called it a flagrant foul. Obviously, it's up in his upward shooting motion, so it'd be 3 shots. But in my opinion, I think he's just fighting around the pick, and I didn't think it was a flagrant foul.
Yeah, it's not about what you think. That's what happened, okay? Like, that's just the facts of the matter. I mean, he's fighting around a pick, and then he thinks he's going to have to fight to chase him, but instead CP3 pulls up, and the Pat Bev can't do anything. You know, it is what it is. It's not a flagrant. That's just stupid. But, oh wait, what? Hold on. Where's the 3 free throws? It was a foul on the 3-pointer. It was a shooting foul. Oh, he did shoot all 3. Okay. But no, he shot flagrant 3. I thought flagrant... Oh, I get... Never mind. The flagrant gives you the free throw shots and the ball back. So that's what it was. Okay, then they just turned it over. Or, no, DeAndre Ayton makes the layup. Sorry, excuse me. They just scored that quickly. Okay, I don't know. I'm lost. That was all weird. Okay? But it is what it is. Okay. We're back in the game. It's 73-67. Clippers on top. Ayton gets the hook shot. No good. And here come the Clippers. All right, so all of that, and it's a 6-point game. Paul George. Oh, my goodness gracious. He just made CP3 fall and knock down a 3-pointer. CP3. Don't look too good right there, CP3. All right, here we go. Bridges over to Devin Booker. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Guarded by Reggie Jackson. He's going to drive all the way, attacking, and he draws the foul against Marcus Morris. Morris is upset. He doesn't know. Wait, I didn't foul him. What the heck are you talking about? Definitely fouled him, but it is what it is. Yo, how do I get the games? Suns need to step up for sure. Tim, do you remember when the Raiders' first-round pick from this year started to do a cringy dance? Alex Leatherwood? He did a cringy dance? No, I don't remember that. Stay tuned for Eddie ran a go route. Stay tuned Wednesday. Got some hot takes. Sounds good. Hey, Tim, do you like Jet Li movies? No, I don't watch a lot of Jet Li movies, no. I like some, like, karate movies or ninja movies or whatever you want to call them, but... no, I don't really watch Jet Li movies specifically. Uh-oh. here comes the Clippers. They're up by 12 now, 79-67. Jay Crowder driving, kicks it to Cam Johnson. Wide open in the corner. Bang! That was a big three, making it a 9-point game. Trying to stop the bleeding here. Clippers looking strong. Clippers, Paul George kicks it out to Bev. Bev is going to shoot a three. Bang! Answers it. Back up to 13. And the Suns are going to use a timeout. And that will send us to a commercial break. Hello, I'm going to make you on Madden. See how good you get? Sounds good. Tim, do you remember the Raiders? What up, Yager? When I feel like the Clippers are going to come back from the series, come back to win, that'd be kind of cool considering how they got knocked out last year in the same fashion to the Nuggets. You know, they were up 3-1 on the Nuggets, and then that'd be cool if they did the same thing with no Kawhi Leonard. That'd be really interesting. I don't see that happening, personally. I think they'll win this game. That's fine. Paul George is shooting really well. Marcus Morris is shooting really well, where somebody like Devin Booker is shooting it not so well. So it makes sense that they could pull out this win, but I don't think that they're going to make the full comeback. I think the Phoenix Suns are too good to have that happen. It just doesn't seem plausible to me. But I guess it's not impossible. Yuki says Game 6, absolutely. That's what it's looking like, 82-70. And the Clippers are looking strong, man, looking really strong. Okay, we're back in it. Cameron Payne kicks it out to Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder getting it inside to Ayton. Ayton turnaround little jumper. Yes, sir. Good fadeaway jumper there by DeAndre Ayton. And it's a 10-point lead now for the Clippers with the ball. Morris working on Cam Johnson. Morris getting inside. Throws it at the hoop. No good. Wanted a foul. Didn't get it. Devin Booker kicks it to Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson's going to drive it all the way up and under. In the layup is good. It's an 8-point lead now for the Clippers. Paul George Looking to drive. Kicks it out to Batum. Marcus Morris swings it one more time to Beverly. Beverly 3. Off the side of the rim. No good. And Devin Booker gets the rebound. Devin Booker driving the lane. Up and under left hand. Oh, he can't get the easy layup, but Ayton is going to get get the putback. No! They're going to call a foul against Morris on the Devin Booker shot. So Devin Booker will go to the free throw line for 2. Good take there by Johnson. Attacking the basket with no fear. Devin Booker makes the free throw. Trying to cut this to a 6-point game. Second free throw's up and good. All right. 82-76, 2:42 to go in the third quarter. Still plenty of basketball left. These games start way too late, man. They just do. They just do. Ooh, Paul George. Nice crossover between the legs. Like backward, like starting from back to front. Nice crossover. And knocks down the 2-pointer. Extend the leads back to... Oh, now it's stolen by Paul George. Paul George attacking. Paul George trying to go. No, good steal back by Cam Johnson. Now it's Suns in transition. Devin Booker left-handed all the way. And they're going to call another foul against Batum, sending Devin Booker to the line. And again, Devin Booker could not knock down the 3-point play. Couldn't get that layup to fall. He's hitting the back of the rim twice now with that left hand. It looks like it may have been on Morris. I'm not sure who they call it on. Yeah, it was Nicholas Batum. I was right the first time. I think both of them actually fouled him, though. Batum was just there first. All right, Devin Booker looking for his 25th point. It's up and good. All right. So Devin Booker with 25 on the night. And it's a 6-point deficit. Clippers have the ball, though, with the lead. And it's going to be an offensive foul against Marcus Morris. No, Luke Kennard. Excuse me. Luke Kennard is going to get called for the moving pick violation. Not happy about it. Shaking his head. But it is what it is. Now it's 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Suns have the ball down 6. And then Devin Booker, mid-range jumper way off. Hits the glass, doesn't even touch the rim. And ends up in Paul George's hands. Paul George gets it to Boogie. Boogie swings it out. Batum in the corner. No good. Cam Johnson the rebound. Devin Booker. Looking to get a pick from Ayton. Does go baseline. Now he's double teamed. Gets it inside. And Batum is going to knock it away. But no, it's a hot potato. Somehow it ends up in Luke Kennard's hands. All 5 defenders, I think, had a chance to touch that ball for the Clippers. And Ayton was fighting for it. Didn't get it. Nice pass by Cousins. Finds a driving Batum, and it's a 86-78. All right, Devin Booker. It's the Cam. Oh, Cam's going to get called for the offensive foul. Elbow connected with Paul George's face. I disagree with this because I think that he was within his own body. Paul George got up in there. And if you're going to put your face in harm's way, that's on you, bro. I mean, I don't know, like, where do you want me to go with the ball here, man? I'm basically straight up. Paul George just comes all the way in. I mean, his body's touching my body. I mean, that's a defensive foul. You run all the way into me like that? It's just, and you expect, and your face gets hit, and I'm supposed to feel bad for you? I mean, you literally hit my elbow with your face. I mean, it's just weird, man. But it is what it is. All right, Paul George. Oh, step back jumper. Bang! Paul George with a big three-pointer. Costly turnover there by Cam Johnson. And here we go. CP3 down 11 now. CP3 looking to attack. In and out dribble. CP3 fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim. No good. And Paul George comes flying in for the rebound. It's about a 10 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Boogie Cousins on the block now. Guarded by Nader. And double team now. Swings it out to Man. Man. Now he's driving and up and under. Couldn't get it. Boogie does tip it in, though, with 11 seconds in the quarter, and it's a 13-point deficit now. Can the Suns make another buzzer beater like they did at half to try to cut into this lead? CP3 in and out on the three-pointer. No good. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 91-78. Clippers on top. Paul George right now playing fantastic. 12 for 17 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 31 points on the night with 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Marcus Morris has 22 points on 9 of 14 shooting. So good performances out of the Clippers tonight. Over on the Suns, though, it's not as pretty. You got a 6 for 13 shooting Chris Paul. He has 16 points and 7 assists. Devin Booker has 25 points, but it's 6 for 15 shooting. He has gotten to the free throw line quite a bit tonight, though. 9 for 11 on the free throw line. But not enough so far. They got to get some more points on the board. See what they can do here. Yeah, I don't want to see any more of Sarge. Sarge came in kind of out of control. Cameron Payne, though, he's actually one of the few players on the court that has a positive plus-minus score, so I'd imagine seeing him a little bit, but he is 2 for 6 from the field, but he's playing good defense, though, on the other end. He had a couple of pokeaways from Paul George. They didn't turn into steals, but he was playing annoying defense on Paul George. But yeah, so I guess I would go with like a Devin Booker, CP3, Cameron Payne, DeAndre Ayton, and maybe like a Jay Crowder. So you got a big man lineup trying to get inside. Crowder can knock down the threes. 0 for 4 tonight, but he can still knock down threes if left open. I would like to see a lot of that lineup, though, I think. And you know what? Cam Johnson has played pretty well, too, though. So Cam Johnson could definitely be subbed in there for Payne, maybe. So alternate between Cam Johnson and Cam Payne. Devin Booker, CP3, Ayton, and Crowder being the other 4. I would like to see a lot of this fourth quarter, but we'll see. Yuki says, I sent the video that you can watch after the game or tomorrow before the Bucks game. That one might have to wait a little bit because at the end of this game, I got to go to bed. It's already 11, and it's just starting the fourth quarter, so that's not going to work. But and then we have the Chris and Tim podcast tomorrow, and then the Bucks game. So I don't know if maybe we'll watch it at halftime or something like that. Maybe we could do that, the video you sent, but I probably can't watch or react to it outside of that. So I may have to wait till halftime tomorrow. All right, let's take a look here. So we're about to start the fourth quarter of game number 5, and the Suns starting out with a big deficit of 13 points. But let's see what they can do here. CP3 kicks it. Nice pass from Devin Booker, and one opportunity here coming up for number 12. Who's number 12 anyway? Craig enters the game. And he gets a little layup there. Nice pass from Booker. And he has a chance for a three-point play to start this fourth quarter. And it's up and good. Suns always get close and forgot what offense is. And get another big man out there. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Okay, so Reggie Jackson has it, guarded by Craig. Oh, we're going to get an off-ball foul by Saric. So that'll reset the shot clock to 14 seconds. Oh, come on. So it's 91-81, 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Clips have the ball up by 10. Uh-oh. Almost got the 5-second violation. Barely got it in. Good pass to a cutting Terrence Mann, and Terrence Mann is going to get the layup. Good find there by Boogie Cousins. Boogie Cousins with a couple assists from the big man. He's got 12 points, 3 assists off the bench. CP3. And gives it to a driving Saric, and Saric goes all the way with the left hand. Nice take there. All right. Got to get some defense here out of the Suns. Let's see. Craig trying to play some tough defense right now on Reggie Jackson. Saric denying the ball from Boogie. And, all right, it's good defense so far. Kick out to Batum. Batum tries to get it to Boogie, but Boogie is going to get an and one. They left Boogie wide open underneath the basket. And Cousins finds the bottom of the net and will go to the line for a three-point play. Oh, no, Saric had to come help Batum, and then Craig did not come down to help in time. Tough defense there. Cousins makes the three-point play. So it's a 13-point lead for the Clippers. CP3 gives it to Saric. Saric looking to get it to Booker. Does so. Booker driving all the way, and he will get the easy finger roll. They left the lane wide open for him, and he just goes right at the basket and gets it. So he's got 27 points tonight. Still not shooting extremely well, but he is 4 for 6 from 3. Boogie, back to Reggie Jackson. Jackson, guarded by Saric right now. He's looking to attack. Good defense, good help by Craig. And now they kick it out to Kennard. Kennard 3, no good. Cam Johnson the rebound. And it was poked away by Batum, but then it ends up in Booker's hand, so Booker saves it. Batum guarding Booker now. Booker driving on Cousins. Stepping back out to the 3, and he's going to jack up a 3 over top of him. Bang! Big three-pointer there by Devin Booker, and that will give him 30 on the night. And it's an 8-point deficit now for the Suns. Clippers have the ball, though. Clippers have led this game by 1, but then it was quickly erased, and the Clippers ran away again. Reggie Jackson shoots a fadeaway, no good, and rebound. And it's in Devin Booker's hands now. Devin Booker maybe starting to feel it a little bit. He's got 5 points in a row. Uh-oh, fadeaway jumper. Baseline is good. Uh-oh, little heat check there from Mr. Devin Booker. Oh, they took that three-pointer away. It actually turned into a two-pointer, the one that we thought was 3. So he's made the last 6 points. Now he has 31, so he just crossed the 30-point barrier. So it looks like his foot was on the line for that three-point shot. But it is what it is. By the way, did you get to talk to that Chargers fan I mentioned a couple weeks ago? No, I have not reached out. I'm waiting on the because I don't want to talk to him until literally the week of the game. So I haven't started to reach out yet. I do want to reach out, but I'm kind of thinking about starting to do things like that after the NBA Finals is over, and then we'll start maybe getting some more people on the channel, even some Skins guys that we can maybe start collabing with. You know, I've been on some other people's channels, and I may do the same thing with starting to reach out to some Redskins commentators and have some chats with them maybe once a week or something like that, and see what happens, man. But no, I have not forgot about what was his name again? I have him right here, actually. It was the Kaplan and crew. Or didn't you send me like a lab guy, actually? Wasn't it like Lab Nation or something? Crap. Looking for channels. LF. Okay, there it is. LA Football. That's what it was. Network. Okay. Yeah, I did subscribe to it, so okay, that's good to know. Because they were kind of interesting, I think, as well. But yeah, I'll try to reach out to them and, you know, be able to have a chat about somebody that knows a lot about the enemy. So 96-89. Devin Booker starting to maybe heat up. He's made the last 6 points, 3 shots for the Suns. Getting back to a 50% from the field. 4 for 6 from 3 on the night. Yep, his toe was clearly on the line, so they took away that 3 from him. All right, we're back in. Here we go. 9:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Devin Booker guarding Paul George out near half court. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Paul George now gets a switch. He's going to have to do a step back 3. Off the front of the rim. No good. Sarge the rebound. All right, here come the Suns. Making that 13-point lead down to 7 with the ball. Let's see if they can swing it to 5. CP3, nice crossover. Yes, sir. Mid-range jumper is his specialty. And he knocks down it, and it's a 5-point lead. All right, Cam Johnson, though, is going to get called for the foul against Morris. Morris was posting up, and Cam Johnson kind of just hugged him and dragged him out of bounds. That's one way to play defense, I guess. Paul George going inside, attacking, and yes, sir. No foul, though. He does make the layup, so it's back up to a 7-point lead. And Reggie Jackson's going to foul CP3 to allow the defense to get set up. You know, there wasn't really much there. Sarge kind of got a hand on him late, but nobody really hit him on the way up. Cam Johnson minced him. Yeah, I guess you could have called Saric for like kind of a little bit of the push there, which probably would have been fair, but it wasn't obvious like as I thought it was, to be honest. All right. Cam Johnson misses the layup. Paul George pump fakes the 3, doesn't like it, swings it over to Morris. Now Reggie Jackson has it. Jackson back to Morris. Morris pump fakes the 3, though. Keeps his pivot foot. Now he's working on Sarge. He's going to shoot a mid-range 2-pointer. No good. Off the front of the rim. Slid around off to the backboard. And Suns have it. CP3 driving. Just comes back around. Nice pass inside to Sarge. Sarge couldn't handle it, though. And Marcus Morris is going to get the foul called against him. Fouling Sarge. Sarge was trying to kick it out. So we're going to go to the inbound. Definitely. Paul George fouled the heck out of him. CP3. Oh, thought about the 3. Now he is going to pull the 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. But, oh no! Craig had the rebound in his hands and somehow lost it to Batum. Batum, oh, bad pass by Paul George, gets stolen by CP3. Devin Booker coming the other way. Up and under, layup is no good. No foul called either. And turnover. Clippers have it now. 7 minutes to go in this game, in a 7-point game, 98-91. Paul George, guarded by Booker now. George looking to attack, behind the back, lost it, ends up in Cam Johnson's hands. Cam Johnson going coast to coast and gets it. And they're going to call the foul. And one opportunity against Morris. Cam Johnson's going to go to the free throw line. Oh no, Paul George just lost the behind the back. And oh yeah, good call because Marcus Morris was all over my man Cam Johnson's fro. Definitely hit him in the head. Didn't give him a spot to land. Yeah, that's easy money call. Didn't touch the ball or nothing. Looks like one more game, maybe. Who knows? Here come the Suns. The Suns were down by 13 not too long ago to start this quarter. And now they're only down by 4 in a 98-94 game. Uh-oh. The Suns are in the bonus, and now they're going to go to the line for 2 more free throws on a loose ball foul. Oh, my goodness. I think that was Ayton that draws the foul here. No, excuse me, it was Craig. Oh, good call. Paul George just shoves the heck out of Craig to the ground. And Craig's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. This could turn into a 2-point game. Ty Lue shaking his head, but that was a good call. I mean, he clearly gave him the forearm shimmy. And all of a sudden, we're going to a commercial break, I guess. Okay, didn't realize that. Oh, yeah, Clippers call full timeout before the free throws. They may want him to look at that, but I mean, that to me is pretty easy. I don't know. I guess. They call the... Oh, that's weird that they called... All right, I would tell them to relook at that because Reggie Jackson, the foul was not on Reggie Jackson. The foul was on Paul George. Paul George shoved him to the ground. Reggie Jackson had nothing to do with it. Very odd. And yeah, that makes sense to want to get this changed, especially because Reggie Jackson now has 4 fouls while Paul George only has 1. So you would like to get that foul switched over to the proper player so that, if you have to foul down the stretch or anything like that, you're not too upset about that. As far as, now all of a sudden Reggie Jackson can't foul because he's about to get fouled out. The Forever Purge in theory. Oh, my goodness. There's another Purge movie. What a concept that you never thought that would keep it, that would stay alive as long as it has the Purge. But man, they're going after it. I think I've actually seen both of the other ones once or something like that. It's not like I'm big fans of those movies. But, I did watch. I think I've watched both of them because there was the election year, and there was the original Purge. Is that her from SNL? Is SNL girl in a commercial? Who's the SNL girl that played Hillary Clinton? That's who this looks like. SNL Hillary Clinton. Kate Berthold. Kate McKinnon. Yeah, that was definitely her. Not news. Images. Yeah, this one. That was her. Almost didn't recognize her with the long hair. I'm used to her looking like Hillary Clinton. But the long blonde hair was kind of throwing me off. Paul George throwing Craig to the ground. Yeah, there we go. They changed it to Paul George's foul. They still gave Reggie Jackson 4 fouls. I think that should be down to 3 now, but who knows? Suns still have a chance. That's right. They're not dead yet. Here comes Craig. Craig, free throw line, misses both free throws. Oh, my goodness gracious. What a... Gotta make your free throws, bro. Oh, wait. They only gave him 1 free throw? Why did they give him 1 free throw? Shouldn't that have been 2 free throws? They're in the bonus. Why did they only give him 1 free throw? That makes no... I don't understand that. What's the science behind that? All right, then Craig gets called for the personal foul on the other end. All right, here we go. Paul George has it. Paul George kicks it to Batum. Batum to Jackson. Jackson's going to shoot a long 3. In and out. Yo, it goes back in. Oh, my goodness. That thing rattled it around the rim, then hit the backboard and fell in. Talk about a shooter's touch. Nice shot there by Reggie Jackson. So the lead's back up to 7. Chris Paul gives it to Booker. Booker guarded by Pat Bev. Now he switches, and Booker attacking, high off the glass, no good. Ayton keeping the ball alive. Ayton gets the rebound, and can't make the layup, and can't make the tip. Oh, my goodness, the Suns had so many opportunities within 5 feet and couldn't make it. Paul George attacking, and gets the lay-in. Devin Booker was trying to draw the charge, didn't get it. So the lead's up to 9, under 6 to go. The Clippers extending their lead. Devin Booker slowing down the offense, guarded by Jackson. He's going to drive, kicks it to Craig. Craig driving himself, and he gets the lay-in. No call for a foul either. He hit the deck, but he does make the layup. So it's a 7-point, 5.5 to go. Reggie Jackson gets it to Pat Bev. Pat Bev back to Paul George. Paul George guarded by Devin Booker. Reggie Jackson's going to shoot a long 3, and he hits another one. Reggie Jackson brings it to a 10-point lead. All right. Some scuffle there, it looked like, but no fouls called. Just somebody hit the deck. Cam Johnson driving, trying to get an alley-oop to Ayton, and it's poked away by Paul George. Reggie Jackson coming the other way, and Reggie Jackson slams it home, and he scored the last 8 points to make it a 12-point game. Reggie Jackson. 8 points quickly, and boom, the lead explodes back up to 12, slamming it over Craig. I would like to see Craig leave the game. No, it was over CP3, but still, Craig is not really impressing me. Missed a free throw, got a foul on defense. He's kind of like a liability at the 3. I would like to see, bring me back in, I don't know, Jay Crowder or, even Cameron Payne, somebody else. I would bring in somebody else other than Cam Johnson. Not Cam Johnson, excuse me. Craig right now. But that's just me. But the centers really did well for the Clippers. The Cousins is their only center. He's got 15 points, which is good. Unless you count Morris as a center, but he's a small forward. Shout out to your boy Spoiled for completing Geometry Dash. Oh, there you go. I thought it was going to be something actually impressive, but, no, just kidding. That game is hard. Game 6 on Wednesday, that's right. Oh, wait. I got my days all confused. Today's Monday. I thought tomorrow was Wednesday. Oops. Tomorrow we don't have the Chris and Tim podcast. Wednesday's Chris and Tim podcast. So tomorrow we just have the game. So tomorrow we can look at your thing, Yuki. Uh-oh. Jay Crowder hit Paul George in the face. So Paul George will go to the free throw line here. They didn't call that a foul on the other end? CP3 missing a three? Wow. Batum got away with one. CP3 should have went to the line for 3 shots. And then Jay Crowder just poked Paul George right in the face. Hit him in the nose and the eyes. They were looking to call a flagrant again, I guess. Yeah, I completely forgot today's Monday. Come on, Clippers, just hold on for 4 more minutes. Today just flew by, didn't it? I mean, I'm all over the place. I definitely thought today was Tuesday all of a sudden. I lost a day. About to say, Tim, when you played it, you couldn't get past the first level. Oh, yeah. The big mans for the Suns need to step up the next series. Well, they need to step up next game. This series is not over. I mean, I'm not calling that a flagrant. It is what it is. That's just not a flagrant to me. You're trying to cover his eyes. Oh, what do they say?
There you go. In your estimation?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll break the tie. I'll break this tie 1-for-1 with Mark saying it is and Jeff saying it isn't. I truly believe this is unnecessary contact. Should be penalized with a flagrant foul. You got to realize the time of the game, too. I know some people don't like to say that. We're getting to the end of the game, and I'm telling you, that's unnecessary contact. Should be penalized with a flagrant foul.
No. The hand continues towards the face after the release. And it looks more than just momentum there.
You sound like you agree with us, Mike.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. Meanwhile, they're checking on George. You know, Steve never gave me the benefit of the doubt.
There is unnecessary contact into the face. It'll be a flagrant penalty 1.
There you go. So it'll be 2 free throws and possession.
That's just okay. Whatever. I just don't feel like that's something that you decided to. What? Okay. Unnecessary contact. What the whole idea of a foul is it's unnecessary contact. That's what a foul is. A foul is unnecessary contact. So this idea of a flagrant is an unnecessary contact. What? That's not what a flagrant is. A flagrant is a deliberate, dangerous foul that could hurt people. That's what it is. Like, it's not unnecessary contact. That's ridiculous. Because that's what a foul is. What are they defining a foul as? If it's just whatever, I guess. All right, here we go. CP3 baseline jumper, bang. All right. Trying to claw their way back here, but it's a big hill to climb with 3.5 minutes to go. They're down by 14. Paul George. Gets to Morris. Morris. Oh, bad pass. Stolen by Booker, and Booker saves it from going out of bounds. And then Morris is going to get called for the foul. He just ran right into CP3, and CP3 will go to the line for 2 shots. Well, hey, if you're going to give me 2 easy buckets, let's do it. Playoff piece showing up. Let's go, Clips. Hey, don't speak too soon, Jarris. Don't speak too soon, because the Suns, they're not dead yet. They're looking to make it a 12-point game with 3:20 to go. It's not looking good, don't get me wrong, but they're not dead yet. They did bring in, all right, so they did bring in Jay Crowder and Bridges. And, okay, there we go. CP3 makes both free throws. It's 112, 100, 3:15 to go. Suns need to get a stop desperately. Paul George driving the baseline, and it's going to get poked away, and, oh, they're going to call a foul by Crowder. Crowder's got to be careful to get not called for a technical. Pat Bev is going to him, hey, why didn't you call technical, bro? And, I mean, that was a foul. Jay Crowder can be upset about it. But he definitely hit his wrist to knock the ball away. So, yeah. Suns are going to call full timeout. But they needed to stop there. Didn't even touch the ball the second time. Got it poked away the first time, but definitely hit his hand. He said, oh my God. But no, it's definitely a foul. Definitely. Moving on to Game 6. NBA players are the definition of drama queens. Soccer more dangerous than basketball. And soccer players get 1 minute with a torn ACL. Get up 1 minute with a torn... No, soccer players are the worst. Basketball players are floppers, though, too. I'm not going to sit here and act like they aren't floppers. But soccer players, man, they flop like nobody's business. They're the king of the floppers. Was that Kelly Oubre in a commercial? Who's putting Kelly Oubre Jr. in a commercial? Who cares about Kelly Oubre? Is Kelly Oubre in a commercial? Really? How do you spell his name? I forget. Oubre. Commercial. Yep, this is the one we just watched. The CarMax commercial. I almost didn't recognize him. Why would you put Kelly Oubre in a commercial? Whatever. I'm actually going to see my Dodgers at Giants Stadium home game tomorrow. Oh, nice. Well, that'd be fun. Most flops come from wideouts versus corners. No. No. Football barely flops. All right, Paul George makes the first free throw. It's a 13-point deficit with 3 minutes to go. Paul George makes the second free throw. All right. Chris Paul. Bringing it up court. Ooh, step back three from Chris. Off the front of the rim, no good. Paul George the rebound. And things are looking bleak right now for the Suns. Kicks it out to Paul George. Paul George is going to get a turnover. 2:36 to go. Down by 14. Oh, definitely could have caught an offensive foul there by Devin Booker. They didn't. Booker needs to get some quick points. And misses the mid-range jumper. And yeah, this seems pretty much out of reach. They can't get buckets in the hoop. And the Clippers will survive another game till Game 6. There is 2:10 to go in this game, but it's a 14-point lead. Reggie Jackson, 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Devin Booker needs to get points quickly, and he goes all the way and misses the layup. Okay, this is just nothing. Nothing. Jarris having the time of his life. Please just get one more win. Skip's hatless voice. Heartless voice? Skip's hatless voice? I don't know. Booker sucks when it comes to driving. Well, he's definitely off tonight. There's no doubt about it because he's 9 for 22 from the field and 4 for 6 from 3. So if you take out, that means he's 5 for 16 from inside the arc. And one of those buckets was almost a three-pointer, but his foot was on the line. So if you take that out of there, that's 4 for 15 from inside the arc. Tough. Oh, okay, you meant Bayless. I got you. Fans are leaving. Tough night for Phoenix. So I guess Game 6 should move to LA. Paul George enters a little bit of an elite class here. The first 18 games of the playoffs to reach 20 points, but he could be the first one to do that and not make the finals, though. MJ did it a couple times. Kobe Bryant did it. And Kevin Durant has done it. All right. Marcus Morris, baseline jumper off the side of the rim. No good. 8 in the rebound. CP3 bringing it up court. Oh, step back 3 from CP3. No good. All right. That is pretty much the ball game. They're not even fouling. It's 1:20 to go in a 14-point game. Tough. If I'm Booker, get yourself in that weight room and get strong to manhandle people in the paint. Ain't an elite class with Jordan up there. Ain't an elite class with Jordan up there? What do you mean? I don't even know what you mean by that, Spoiled. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm going to buy a new computer. Thinking about buying a new computer. It's a lot of money, though. But this thing would be pretty awesome, though. Pretty awesome. Maybe improve my Call of Duty game. Send the old computer to you. If you want it, I'll send it to you. $400. I paid $700 for it, and I updated the graphics card. The graphics card by itself is probably $400. So that's actually a really good deal. The graphics card I have is the Radeon 5600. And if you look here, $680 is this one. This one is a 560. That's not the one I have. 5600. Actually, this might be the one I have. So it might be $300. But the graphics card by itself is $300. That might be the one I have. I don't think I have this one. Or do I have that one? I might have this one. How do you look at like the specs of your computer? Windows start button. Windows start button. Click settings. Click system. System, okay. System. Scroll down and click from the left sidebar here. You can find the details. Project to this PC, tablet, storage, power sleep. About maybe? I have with a Ryzen 5 processor. Game over. Which one do I have? Buy that computer when the stimulus head check. You decide what console you're buying. I'm not buying a console. I'm buying a PC. Right-click the taskbar and select Task Manager. Performance. GPU. I have the AMD Radeon RX 5600 XT. AMD Radeon RX. Yeah, so this thing right here, RX XT, is the one I have, and it's $700. This one right here, Asus AMD RX, same thing, is worth $1,000 apparently. This is the 560. That's not it. This is not the XT. Yeah, this thing. It's a pretty nice graphics card. The one I'm going to be getting is the 6700 with the new computer, which is better. But interesting. I might try to sell that graphics card by itself, to be honest. But yep, that is the ball game. And the Clippers survive one more game, but I am going to go hit the hay. And we'll be back tomorrow night for sure. Ready to have some fun. And until next time, see ya!